Warning. This video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome to Viewer's Choice. Your selection is about to begin. But first, take a look at what else you can see this week.
Hey dudes, inviting you to travel through time. First stop, a long layover at the video store.
Bogus.
Wait, you've got viewer's choice.
Excellent.
Hello, you rotten little bloodsuckers.
America's most populars now get extra value. $12.50 cash back.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! What? Say what it is!
Let's get out of here! Like now!
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons! What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons.
This is my ship, the Nebuchadnezzar. This is the core. We broadcast our pirate signal back into the matrix.
Welcome to the Nebuchadnezzar with your host, Anesto Morado, the double-headed coin, and your co-host, Pablo Morado, the Thunderbolt. Together, we are the Paramid Podcast.
Have a nice day.
The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.
Guesting, you got to do all the stuff yourself.
Damn right.
Go ahead, buddy. Do it. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and spend the money. And go, how much does AdSense make money at the beginning? It's not a lot.
Are you ready? Here come the drive. Here it comes. Lift up your highway. Up, 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 up.
A retired two-star Air Force general has vanished without a trace. A man once tied to UFO research. And just days after President Donald Trump ordered the release of government UFO files, and now comments from Hillary Clinton in her Epstein deposition are adding a new twist. This is raising all kinds of questions about.
Amendment?
No, they're sticking up for the Constitution in the United States.
You're going to be anti-American, you fucking retard?
Yeah, you're a retard.
Now he's saying like retard.
Making fun of people with cognitive slurs. It's absurd.
I am.
Yeah, you guys.
I call retarded people retarded.
Tell everybody what Trader Joe's you work at.
I work at the Trader Joe's on the Upper West Side, 96th Street, nigga.
Odin. Now, the Helios is a high-energy laser beam with a high-powered sensor that tracks, blows up drones and missiles in the air by. Odin. Now, the Helios is a high-energy laser beam with a high-powered sensor that tracks, blows up drones and missiles in the air by igniting the fuel.
Newly released documents that were missing from the Epstein files contain serious unverified allegations against President Trump. The Justice Department posted 3 FBI memos describing interviews with a woman who accuses both Jeffrey Epstein and President Trump of sexually assaulting her when she was a teenager.
Are you ready? Here come the drop. Here it comes. Lift up your hand way up, 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 up. Here come the driver. Where's that? China.
It's all fake news.
To the
Nebuchadnezzar. It didn't happen. It's all fake news. It's phony stuff.
With your host,
it didn't happen.
Welcome to the most banned podcast on the internet. With your hosts, Anesto and Pablo Morado. Broadcasting to you from the depths of the Nebuchadnezzar, fighting the unseen hand in search of truth. Join us as we go digging in the valley of the real for current events, conspiracies, and paranormal phenomena. This is the Paramid Podcast. Don't forget to follow us at paranormal.experience on Instagram, at Paramid Podcast on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Paramid Podcast on YouTube. Every follow and like gets us one step closer to exposing the fools of the deep state. So let's light a fire of wisdom and take back our sovereignty.
Heavy machine gun.
Welcome. Yes, welcome to the Paramid
Machine Gun
Mid Podcast. Welcome. This is show number 133. I'm sorry, 143. This is the most banned podcast in the universe. Tonight, we are going into what is going on with this missing person and his connection to the UFO.
Making fun of people with cognitive slurs.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you guys.
I call retarded people retarded. And on the side.
Tell everybody what Trader Joe's you work at.
I work at the Trader Joe's on the Upper West Side, 96th Street, nigga.
That's right. So we're going to be talking about what's going on with Nick Shirley in our hometown of New York City. What's going on with the missing person that is connected to the UFO files? What's going on with the Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton and much, much more? There's so many things going on. And, of course, there's another war in Iraq, war in Iran, rather. And so many things. War is just bubbling out. And I think at this point, we might as well just admit it. We're in World War III right now.
Or at least in the very
it's just World
beginning.
War III. It looked different than World War II, right? World War II ended with the nuclear bomb, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean World War III has to start with the nuclear bomb, right? Because that's our
breaking news. Say the Indy.
We got breaking news on the Epstein file.
Yes, we do.
Something very fascinating happened. Again, this is Anesto Morado, part of the
What did you think of the
podcast.
intro?
Loved it.
Well, hold on. Before we get into it, we have to give the shout out.
Oh, that's coming. That is coming.
We have to give shout out where shout outs due.
Rising Sun. Let me tell you, Rising Sun, very talented. I mean, he's talented. When it comes to music, this guy can create anything. He's been making music ever since I've known him. Since a little kid, he's been dabbling with instruments, but he went through a period where he was making music, right? Then he stopped. I've always been a fan of his music. From the very beginning, when he started, everything I have files of his music. I love it.
Right.
But then he went and he took a sabbatical. He got rid of everything. To my disappointment, he just went out. He just retired making music. To my dismay. Today I have learned, I've seen some things over the internet. He sent me some stuff. Unfortunately, I just don't have time to respond to him. But I've learned that there is something out there now called Rising Sun 2.0. And this guy is smacking it out the park. This shit is hot off the press, and I am extremely happy and impressed. Impressed. Can we play at least a smidgen of his tracks?
Yeah. So what you heard, folks, in the beginning, that intro was combinate, and unfortunately, with the system that I have, it didn't actually mix as well as I wanted to. But nonetheless,
He is our resident theme music guy. You know, this guy gave us permission to rock his stuff on this podcast.
So
and it's smoking hot.
That's right. So what you heard in the beginning in the intro, that was Rising Sun. But one of his lanes, because Rising Sun, for those that don't know, he's my uncle, but he's also specific to a particular genre of music, and that's drum and bass. Right? He introduced me into drum and bass. Did he introduce you into drum and bass?
Yeah, at the time I was just listening to techno,
right,
and a bit of trance,
drum
house.
And bass. He been in this genre.
He's
of music.
the guy who introduced my wife to the theme. Which, if it wasn't because of royalties,
because of him, I met another famous artist that we love. Concord Dawn.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If it wasn't because of royalties,
I met the guy, and I was
Morning Light should be our theme song.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When I heard Morning Light by Concord Dawn, I was like, what the fuck is this? What is this?
Right.
And then here I am, like,
and the Ill Skills remix too. That's another one.
But my first thing I heard from Concord Dawn, which was the first drum and bass track I've heard at that time, was Concord Dawn. And my wife tells me, "Oh, that's Rising Sun." I'm like, "What?" Then let this little whippersnapper listen to. So I started searching. That time we would buy CDs. I bought a stack of CDs to show him that I could find better songs than Concord Dawn. It didn't happen. This Concord Dawn is like my theme song. Besides Enigma, Concord Dawn is what's inside here. Concord Dawn got in here, and I haven't gone back. I haven't drum and bass, and then he started making it. He has some smoking tracks as well. Rising Sun is like very talented, but the stuff I heard today,
yeah. So
2.0,
like I was saying. So going back really quickly, and we have a action-packed show here, but you know, he's been into drum and bass since the very, very beginning, when it was just jungle music, and it started. That's what it was called, jungle. And it was slowly, you know, getting developed. You know, you have the Jamaican
I was
roots.
listening to jungle music. Can you move your PC just a bit so that people can see you?
Oh yeah, sure. Better.
Yeah, so I was into jungle music. I was into all that.
And at that time, you know, when I was listening to this music, you had people that would say things like, you know, what is this? Devil music? What kind of music is this? Or they didn't know how to dance to this kind of music. It was odd to them. But over time, it overtook and became more and more prevalent. You hear it now in movies and video games and all sorts of ads. You hear it all the time. And it's become more and more popular in the techno scene, in the EDM scene, and you know, dubstep kind of spun out.
That's what I was gonna say. That what I like about Rising Sun is that he is a purist
and a pioneer.
He's a purist, and he hasn't like strayed from his drum and bass roots. He is drum and bass
completely.
He doesn't do reggaeton. I mean, he can, and he has done it.
And he has done it, and he can. But where his wheelhouse
is drum and bass.
And listen to this new track. I don't even know if he named this track yet, but this new track by
If you want to listen to the track, we're about to play it, and you're looking at my feed. go to the paramid.com, hit the YouTube button. We're live there right now, or the Instagram button. We're live there. You're going to listen to this smoking. I don't even know what to call it. It's like, what would I call it? Like, it's Spanish drum and bass.
Yes. I don't even know what to call it, but
I gotta.
it is so
remember
good.
You told me about Trapdunga. What was it? Trapdunga?
Something like that. Yeah.
That's like a genre.
Right.
We got to get a name for Rising Sun's little invention here.
Yeah, we got to come up with like some kind, because you know what? Believe it or not, in our island of Dominican Republic, drum and bass is very popular. So there must be some kind of name or slang term for drum and bass that they have already, but that we could kind of make that the genre. But listen to this Spanish. If you guys are Spanish speakers, which some of you guys are, and if you're Portuguese, we already. Oh, sidebar, really quick before we go into Rising Sun. I have a friend. I need to make sure that this, before I forget. I have a friend, a Brazilian friend. For those that are watching, I have a Brazilian friend. He lives and knows Varginha. Like, he lives, like he says, maybe 10 minutes from Varginha, has been there, knows this town, knows very well. And he said,
for people that don't know what Varginha is, what makes it so prominent on this show is the alien connection. And
he says the whole town
is like the Brazilian Roswell.
He said the whole town is completely done up with aliens. That it's their town mascot is aliens. And he said, that he's willing to give us a full tour, to do the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. So I told him, I was like, don't say something like this and expect I'm not going to hold you to it. And he's like, not only would I be thoroughly pleased, but I would actually looking forward to seeing this. So before that get out of my mind and I forgot, just want to make sure that for those that are watching us from Brazil, my company recently just got back from Brazil, and there's a very strong possibility that we will be out there soon enough. So for those that are watching, please let us know.
I'm sharing my screen.
Do you want us there?
This is the Varginha alien. This is actually a rendition.
Because, we have a lot of Brazilian fans, and we want to make sure that they're happy too. But that is a quick sidebar from the explosive news of Rising Sun. Yeah, your screen is up. I see it. Yeah. The Varginha alien. Red eyes. Yes. I love it.
See. I lost the 8. There it goes.
Yeah. I guess you can consider that a gray, right? That's a gray alien, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so that's a sidebar. Getting back to the topic at hand here, shouting out somebody that is extremely talented, and we're very impressed and happy of all this stuff. But check out this new style, this new
exclusive, only here at the Paramid podcast. This is gonna debut here.
And Rising Sun has joined, and he's watching us right now.
Rising
folks,
Suns, if you're listening,
what is the name of this song? I'm just gonna please type it in the chat if you're watching us live on Instagram. What is the name of this song? We absolutely love it.
Rising Sun, you have made a new genre, and this is smoking hot.
Here we go. No, this is not it. My apologies. Hold on. This is it. Here we go.
This is smoking hot. The cops better watch out if I'm going down the highway with this bumping.
Oh, he said, which one?
Oh, yeah.
Ha llegado el tiempo para usar la razón. que se tarde sin quererme partiendo. Antes de que salga el sol y hunda el acelerador.
That's a Fast and Furious track right there. Coming to you live here from Britain. Listen to the little pigeon. BBC Radio Live. Radio 1.
Y solo mírame con esos ojitos lindos, que con eso yo estoy bien. Hoy he vuelto a nacer.
I'm not gonna rest until this is bumping in the club, man. So it's all right. So he's responding to us live in chat right now. So he says that's my bootleg Bad Bunny Ojitos Lindos drum and bass remix. Love it.
Tranquila, no tiene que ser perfecto. No, aquí no existe el pecado. Y equivocarse es bonito. Los errores son nacer. Igual que todos estos besitos. Y solo mírame con esos ojitos lindos.
Hey, you know what? If you listen to the original, this is so much better than the original.
What?
I'm sorry.
This is smoking.
Y solo mírame con esos ojitos lindos, que con eso yo soy bien. Hoy he vuelto a nacer. Tú y yo, tú y yo, tú y yo, tú y yo, tú y yo.
Yes, folks. Go follow Rising Sun. This is smoking
man.
music. Go find them on YouTube, on Instagram. Rising Sun. That's RIZING Sun. SUN. Rising Sun. Go find them, folks. This guy is doing amazing work.
Please,
and we're very, very happy.
Subscribe his page. You know, let me tell you, Mr. Rising Sun, this is gonna be bumping in my car as I'm working, and I want to hear somebody tell me, what is that? What is that? I'm gonna tell him that's
right.
Rising Sun,
Proudly.
Rising Sun 2.0.
That's right. And I'm saying he found the TikTok lane, because this is drum and bass TikTok music that is like viral. It feels like viral music. So folks,
you play like
you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Heard it here first.
There's a game that I used to play back when I was young. I think it was called On the Run, or it was a driving game. I forget what it was called.
Crazy Taxi?
No. It was a driving game. You were driving a Ferrari Testarossa, and you would go through like LA and all these I forget what it was, like Outrun. I think it was called Outrun.
Okay.
And they had a little catchy vapor, what do they call vaporwave?
Yeah.
Synth.
Uh-huh.
This on that game, smoking.
Just one more, because I really liked it. This Spanish drum and bass lane. Oh my God, I love it so much. Just one more track, folks, and then we'll get on to the regular program.
Premiering here on the Paramid Podcast. Oh, so good.
And Rising Sun's live with us on the chat right now.
Oh, it's just so good.
Quisiera estar contigo, viendo las estrellas sobre el mar. Quiero encontrar otro camino, ponerme mi vestido y salir a caminar.
I mean, folks, we can listen to this all night. This is so good. This is so good.
God, this is so good.
Hate to tease you, but you have to
go on a road trip and just tear my car up.
Yes, this is a playlist you want to have where you're driving a long distance somewhere.
Oh yeah.
In a nice car. You want to be driving like a Lamborghini Urus in this.
Man, you're driving from Vegas to San Francisco, down the Mojave Desert. Ooh. Try to catch me, cops. Try to catch me.
But with that being said, we have a lot of news to cover, so we got derailed. So we were going to talk about breaking news.
Oh, yes. Let's do it again.
Breaking news. Say the Andy.
Okay, I learned something very fascinating about the Epstein file. Remember the whole narrative. The cameras were off. The guards were what? Sleeping?
They said to the public with a straight face at every night at 11:59 at night, they had to reset some equipment, so there's always a missing minute, as if they had to flip the tape, or take the tape out and put in another VHS tape.
Those days are over.
I mean, if they would have said that in the 90s, we would have bought that. We had to, in this particular time period, we swap out the old VHS tape for the new one for the camera system.
But then we would say, why not have two VCRs? Just go home, boom, one, boom, the other.
You know who gets more infuriated by that statement more than anybody that I've seen? People that were in Rikers Island, people that were there, people that have been in that place and have gone through it and be like, how is that the narrative when I was there? There was nothing like that happening, because if there was, they would have exploited that, wouldn't they?
Absolutely. So going back to the narrative,
right?
Breaking news. Say the Andy.
So anyway, back to the narrative. The cameras were off. Where were the guards? Sleeping, right? Come to find out, one of the guards was a female, right? New information has come out that half hour before, let me rephrase that, an hour before they discovered Epstein's body, this guard, what do they call them? They're not called guards. They're called
correction officers.
This correction officer, the female one, is Googling Jeffrey Epstein as if she doesn't know who he is.
Okay.
She's Googling him, the person that she is supposed to be watching.
Right.
She's Googling him an hour before. Then after Googling him, she called half an hour later. She calls his cell phone. Like, what is he gonna do? Answer his cell phone in his cell?
Well, he had that privilege once before.
So, aside from that, they discover the body, right? And on that same day, a mysterious deposit went into that correction officer's bank account of $5,000.
Really?
So put okay. You just heard what I said, right?
Right.
Now put the pieces together. What does that tell you?
Somebody got to pay for something.
Yeah, but I'm saying put the pieces, the chain of events. How does that correlate to the payment?
Well, the chain of events, she looks him up. She finds out who he is. She must have.
They must have told her, look.
Oh yeah, it could have been that they said, you see that guy there? He's a high level. What they said in the past. He's above my pay grade. He's a high level asset that we need to make sure is taken care of. And then she would be like, who is this guy, Jeffrey Epstein?
Right. No, and
look like, why would he merit such of a request? Right.
No, well, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this.
She got paid to kill him. As Rising Sun's
Right. No, this is what I'm thinking. They approach her.
Mhm.
They tell her, look, can you step away? We want you to step away from your desk for X amount of minutes. And there must have been somebody high up for her to have that confidence.
Right.
And they told her, we're going to give you $5,000. Just step away. And we're going to give you $5,000. A couple of minutes later, just come back to your desk. That's what we want you to do.
Right.
So she's like, why would they give me $5,000? So she's Googling the guy. Like, maybe what's new about, because she obviously knows who he is, but she's trying to find out information on him. And then she attempts to call him as if he's going to be like, oh, yeah, you can step away from your desk.
Right. But, like, logically, think about this logically. Why would you call an inmate that you know is incarcerated?
Now,
like, what would that do? Even if he had the cell phone in the cell, what could he tell you? He's already incarcerated. Why not go back to the person that told you whatever that they were going to pay you that $5,000? Go back to call that guy.
Yeah, but I mean, what if he picked up? What if he's like, yeah, hello? Oh, are you Jeffrey? What are you gonna? Are you Jeffrey Epstein? But do me a favor, go into.
You know what they told her? They went, you see this guy, Jeffrey Epstein, that you have in the cell over here? Yeah. What about? He's not a human being, like the way you know of all of us, like human being. He's what is known as a reptilian shapeshifter, and good luck trying to keep this guy in the wraps. So
Well,
here's
this
some
is-
money. Look the other way.
This is what I'm thinking that happened. I'm thinking that
I'm just obviously speculating
No,
wildly.
of course.
Obviously,
Of course,
this is
but what if on a more realistic level, they must have told her, look, this bastard that we got in the fucking cell, he's accused of some heinous crimes with minors. We're going to go over there. We're going to toss his cell. Maybe we're going to tune him up a little bit. You know, like, he's got to pay for his crimes. I mean, we're going to, like, look for something in his cell, contraband or whatever. Maybe we'll tune him up. We're going to give you $5,000. You step away. Never did they tell her that they were going to, like, ice him.
But my question now, follow up, is: did anybody get penalized or punished for the way they handled Jeffrey Epstein? Because he was already in distress. He was already on suicide watch, right? So,
and then they pair him up with the Incredible Hulk.
Right. Well, apparently the Incredible Hulk like put a beat down on him before he committed suicide.
Yeah, but another.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to give myself a pow pow. I said the S word. That is now a banned word. We can't even say that word anymore. So I want to give myself a pow pow, because the proper term that we need to be saying is he deactivated himself.
He unalived.
He unalived himself. I like deactivated.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me give myself a pow pow.
Pow, pow, pow. Pues ya da pow, pow. Pow, 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 pow.
Folks, we have to be careful. This algorithm, this algorithm has no feelings, no emotions. It's willing to ban us for every little thing we say. So we got to be careful on the words that we use. So everything is all about code words. So yes, he unalived himself or deactivated himself. According to the mainstream, news, but
bomb deactivated.
The
Have a nice day, Sir Axelrod.
the Michael Baden one, the autopsy. You know Michael Baden, right?
Baden. Yeah, but before we get into that, I want you to pull up either through Grok or ChatGPT. See if you can get any information about correction officer Google's Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. Because this guy, Michael Baden, he was
Michael Baden. The famous Michael Baden.
He says that the strangulation is more what he sees there, because based on the way the marks on the neck are and how
there's a bone. There's a bone you have in your throat
that was broken.
Which virtually hangs on your throat.
But he's saying,
in order for you to break that.
Yeah, there's that part. There's that. But the other thing that he's saying is that if it was indeed a true deactivation, you would see that the
ligature
line,
marks,
the marks would go for like this up, right? You would see like a curvature going up, because obviously that's where the pressure is being had, right? Is
correct,
being pulled up.
Correct.
But in his actual marks, there is no like upward mark on his body. It's flat, indicating something else entirely. Right. So
I think it's called a hyoid bone is what broke, and that usually doesn't happen through deactivating yourself with a rope.
And it was prior to him being found deactivated
that the bone broke.
No. The correctional officer.
Yes.
She Googled Jeffrey Epstein an hour prior.
I think it was an hour prior. You just got to put in correction officer Google
and gets paid. Let me see.
No, don't say gets paid. Just Google's Epstein.
Okay, let's see. Waiting for that response, folks. But yeah, this whole Epstein thing, a lot of stuff. Now they're trying to drag President Trump into the whole Epstein file, saying that he's now caught doing things that he shouldn't be doing. Which, I mean, I don't even know where our board. Oh, there's our board. Our board, has been showing, Donald Trump as a suspect for quite some time. We got Donald Trump, and we have Jamie Dimon, which
okay, so here it goes.
Nobody knew. Okay, I got it right here. So yes, recent Department of Justice documents released in early March of 2026 revealed details about Tova Noel, a former corrections officer at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York, who was on duty the night before Jeffrey Epstein's death on August 10th, 2019. According to an FBI record of her internet search, Noel searched latest on Epstein in jail twice, once at 5:42 a.m. and again at 5:52 a.m., less than 40 minutes before her colleague Michael Thomas discovered Epstein's body hanging in the cell at 6:30 a.m. In a 2021 sworn statement to DOJ, Noel denied making those searches, claiming she didn't recall looking him up and questioning the accuracy of the FBI records. Regarding payments, Chase flagged suspicious cash deposits in Noel's account in a report to the FBI in November 2019. This included a $5,000 cash deposit on July 30th, 2019, just 10 days before Epstein's death, and a week after his reported suicide attempt on July 23rd. July 23rd was his first suicide attempt.
Give yourself a pow.
His deactivation.
Deactivation.
I read it from. Yes. Broader records show she made 12 cash deposits starting April 2018.
Oh, so it's more than
with 7 of them from December 8, 2018 onward, totaling 11,880. She was not questioned about these deposits during her DOJ interview. Noel and Thomas were charged with falsifying records to make it appear that they had conducted required checks on Epstein every 30 minutes, but the charges were dropped in December 2021 after they cooperated with authorities. Both were ultimately fired from the Bureau of Prisons. These revelations have fueled ongoing conspiracy theories about Epstein's death, which was officially ruled a deactivation, including suspicions that Noel had been the orange shape seen on the blurry surveillance footage near Epstein's cell around 10:40 p.m. the night before, potentially carrying linens or clothing. Epstein used strips of orange cloth for the hanging. Yeah, folks. I don't believe that that's what actually happened, but
the dude is alive. The dude is in Israel. He has a beard like David Letterman.
Uh-huh.
See if you can find an image of Epstein in Israel.
Okay.
He's alive, and they did the switcheroo, like I told you before.
Oh, I mean, you know that one of my favorite shows.
Hillary Clinton's brother, who passed away prior, has a striking resemblance to Jeffrey Epstein, and they're saying that it was the switcheroo that happened because Epstein was going to bring down Clinton and Hillary Clinton.
Oh, yeah. So check this out. I got this this video. This is what he looks like. Apparently, this is what they're saying who he is. Oh, no, sorry. Hold on, wrong. Share it right here, folks. All right, here we go. So take a look at this. Jeffrey Epstein alive? Is that what they're saying is Jeffrey Epstein?
Looks a lot like him. Hair grown now, beard.
Potential.
His ties to Mossad. Now, there's another anomaly. In the Jeffrey Epstein case that people haven't really taken a look at. There's video of them removing the body from the cell and see if you could find an image of the removal of Jeffrey Epstein's body. And let me see if you can get what I'm alluding to, because it's bizarre. This never happens, but in this case, it does.
Let's see here. Oh, look, here we go. Let me add this to the screen here.
Right. I think you're going right by it.
Right here. What's this?
But there's got to be an image of him. of them removing his body.
Let's see what else I can find here. Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. Images. Let's see if there's any images. I'm sure there is some kind of something, but
There is an image of him in the body bag.
I don't see anything right offhand. This might take a little bit longer to find because this kind of stuff they bury.
I'm seeing images of him lying on the table. This is where they get. This is where they get that his ears look different.
So they're saying that his ears look different.
Right, that they don't match his body.
Okay, so maybe that's a better. Oh, look at that. It already populated. Look at this. Okay. Let me see.
The fact, the point I want to get across is when they remove a body from any crime scene, that never goes public. For respect for the unalived. Right. But he was removed in a body bag that exposed his face. And what this tells me is they wanted the public to see that it was Jeffrey Epstein.
Right.
Because remember, we watch a lot of TV.
Right.
What is the color of a body bag?
A body bag is black.
Right.
All right.
Why would it be clear?
Right.
So they went through an extra effort for the public to see, look, this is Jeffrey Epstein. We're removing his body.
Right.
That is because by that time they did the switcherini. They switched them up.
Oh, I mean, tell you, you're talking to a guy who's obsessed with this stupid little show that nobody cares about. But I happen to love it because of the predictive programming that is involved in this show.
Burn Notice?
Burn Notice. That scenario, they played out. They played out and done that before in that show. And they made it, I mean, obviously it's a show, it's scripted, but they made it seem very simple to do. Which was, they had a guy, he looked very similar to in the show, he was this crazy. Actually, he was a very Jeffrey Epstein type of character, untouchable kind of, played by that guy from The Walking Dead. The brother, with the crossbow, not the guy with the crossbow. What's his name? The guy with the crossbow from The Walking Dead. I forget, but
I know the guy you're talking about is the salt and pepper guy. That has a big chin.
Yeah. That he ended up coming back into the series later on.
Right, that he lost a hand. I
believe.
Exactly.
Yeah, that guy in the Burn Notice show, he was like some kind of
he
like.
He does kind of look like Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, he was playing like a Jeffrey Epstein kind of untouchable person.
Daryl,
yeah,
brother.
So he was playing like an untouchable type of person, and he was like a guy that was like really evil. And what they ended up doing was they got a guy that looked not even similar, like close, not even close enough. It, like, me and you were close enough. It wasn't like that. It was like, a guy vaguely looked at from afar, vaguely could possibly
like
pass
the stunt
off.
double that plays the woman, but yeah, he has a beard. If you look at it real quick,
Right.
Like, I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Right. So like what they did was they shaved his head to make him look like because apparently they were trying to break his brother out of jail. Right. So instead of actually breaking him out of jail, they created a stunt double. And they broke out the stunt. They stole a police or made a police van to kind of get them to look very damn similar to a regular correctional officer's like paddy wagon or whatever. And they did the whole thing. A guy was acting, he had the suit on, the correctional officer's uniform, the whole nine, right? To him, it was exact match. But to the people in that were in the know, the whole thing was a setup. Because they were going to break his brother out of jail. There was no way they could do so.
Right.
So they staged it. So what they did was they're like, okay, you see that van and your brothers, they saw him come out of the courthouse. You see your brothers in that van. And then they followed the van. And then there was like a quick swapperoo, right?
Of the vans.
Like they were following it. And then they're like the van was going to turn on this block, right? So they were like, okay, we're going to follow it going this way. But him not knowing that the van is going this way and their van is going in the other direction. Now they're following their van, their setup van. They blow up that van. They douse the guy in blood. And from afar, they're like, you see, we got your brother. And he's like, oh, okay. And he released the victims and whatever, like some hostages that he had. And then when they finally do like a hostage exchange where they're like, okay, you see, we got your brother, you give me the hostage. They gave him the hostage and they throw this guy. And when he finally takes off the duct tape or whatever, they're, wait a minute, this is not my brother. And then or there was a scene in the show where the main guy, his name is Michael Weston. And this is really interesting because it's very correlated, very similar to the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. Hours upon hours upon hours of tape, because he goes to like a bodega, believe it or not. He goes to a bodega because he's following this lead and he finds that this guy purchased, because he's looking at cell phone traffic. And he finds like what cell phone was used and where that cell phone was purchased was at that particular bodega. So the guy goes to the bodega, finds out, oh, you have a camera here. And he's like, where are those tapes? The guy's like, no, I'm not giving you those tapes. He's like, listen, buddy, we're the FBI. He's not the FBI, but he was pretending.
Right.
We're the FBI. We can find any violation we want, and there goes your whole business. Either you give us what we want or we crush you. So he gave him a stack, like a couple of milk cartons filled with VHS tapes. So he ends up having his mom watch through. He's like, what are you doing? Watching novellas anyway. Just sit down and watch all these tapes. So she's combing through the tapes, and then she gets extremely disturbed because there's a guy that walks into the bodega, looks just like her son, has his mannerisms, looks exactly like him, buys his cell phone, and now she's questioning, is her son involved? Now this guy is like, okay, they're trying to make it, they're setting him up from like this like stuff that happened long before, but they were setting him up. Now he's uncovering it. So like, for example, we're finding out Jeffrey Epstein now, but like if we're going all the way back to 2019, we're now seeing that there's doppelgangers and all kinds of things now. Right. But they already foresaw that way before, So I say that because predictive programming, they do these kind of things. And that's why I feel in that show, those kinds of switcheroos and swaps and faking your death and all that stuff, obviously it's a spy show, but it happens. They show it all the time. Like how they do it, the mentality behind the way they get away with it, how they're able to get away with it, and what the reason why they do certain things. Because sometimes faking your death is necessary because you're compromised and you still need to get back in to find out, finish out the lead or whatever. So I feel like that predictive programming from that show has armed me so much an understanding on how they actually do certain things, because they want to make sure that whoever spy guy who's watching this show is enthralled by it, because they want to make it look as accurate as possible.
Right.
They go through the rigmarole of getting an expert and a specialist and make it seem real.
So like your burn notice, right, is my house of cards. Because I tell everybody, and everybody has a hard time like committing to the show because the first episodes doesn't give you that instant gratification, meat and potatoes kind of thing. But I tell them, you want to know politics? You want to know how dirty those waters are? And the sharks that swim in that water? Watch House of Cards. That is a tutorial of how politics works. It's not like I want to do good for the people.
Right.
It's the
optics.
Yeah, that's the optics. But what's going on behind it is I do something for you. You do something for me. We both make money, and we don't care what happens to the public.
Right.
And if you don't if you don't bend to what I want from you,
man, one of the customers that I was because I'm a salesman. I reach out to people. I'm in sales, and one of the customers that I ended up talking to, he was like, on that same path, like that Wall Street and all these things, like politics. It's all, they don't care. It's all about how my bottom line, what's my end of the bargain? What do I get out of this?
Right.
The hell with the rest of the people, right? The hell, like if you got T-Mobile or AT&T or whoever, right? They don't care if their service works for you. They don't care that you can't pay your bill. They don't care. They don't care. What they care about is satisfying their investors at the end of the day.
Right.
The product, the feel, because if they did care, they would have more people doing customer service here in America, less AI, more, genuine service, right? More of a understanding. But what they have is AI barriers, make it impossible for you to get to somebody on the phone. And when you do, they don't even speak your language. So they don't even know
that's frustrating.
They don't even sympathize.
Because now you call customer service, they constantly want you to chat with somebody on your phone.
Right.
And you're getting these prompts like, do you want to? No, I want to speak to somebody who's alive.
Right. And then they'll just hang up on you. If the result of what you want is not in those prompts, they'll just say goodbye.
Oh man, you want to see me get to the point of slamming the phone is when I get that prompt that says goodbye. But
that's politics. That's in business.
We're not electing politicians that can benefit us. We're actually voting in future millionaires.
Right.
That's what we're doing.
Right.
We're choosing which candidate is going to have a better life.
Right.
It's not like he's going to, to this date, I haven't met or I haven't voted for or haven't been affected by a politician that I can say, because of this guy, my life is better. No. And if it is, it's a byproduct.
Right. It was a happenstance.
Yeah. It's like,
it was a coincidence.
Right. Like they took a porterhouse, right? To make it look pretty. They trim it, and I get the ends.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good.
Right. They take Wagyu beef, right?
Yeah,
and they take out and then they put it together in a burger.
Right. They put the gristle, they grind it up, and they say, here, have some Wagyu burger.
Right.
And you'd be like,
damn, this is a good burger.
This is a tasty burger.
Why is it so cheap?
Exactly.
Oh, you're thinking of me. No, they just took the garbage and fed it to you.
Exactly. So whenever I've benefited from the government, it's been a byproduct.
Right.
It's not like, oh, they did something.
That's by design.
It's no. It's a byproduct.
Right.
You know, like, look, I got a nice loaf of bread. Some crumbs fell on the ground. You could keep that.
You know, the best example of this is right here, right? The phone, right? The fact that we get to call people and connect and all that's a byproduct, right? The true use of this is they get to log and track you.
Exactly.
The very thing that we were fighting against, the whole privacy thing, that we want our privacy and blah, blah, blah. Now they have a microphone that listens in and everything you say because of one prompt, that if you say, hey, Alexa, or hey, Siri, that it needs to be able to pick that up. So it's constantly listening into every single, and you know what? What a lot of people don't know, they think it's just like a AI algorithm, but a lot of times these companies are faking it. They have a guy listening, literally listening, listening, so that, you know, that they, believe it or not, a lot of these companies, they have these fillers so that, you know, human beings help out the AI in that way. So, I mean, this is a byproduct because at the end of the day, we think, oh, look, I got the new phone. It works, better pictures. Oh, the camera is so much clearer. That ain't for you.
That ain't for you.
Like, I could,
and it does a double. It helps them out in many ways.
Like if you ever get an iPhone, right? You get right off the rip when you buy it, right? Open it up,
right?
It says you get 3 months free of Apple TV. You get 3 months free of Apple Music. You get 3 months free of Apple News, right? Which is already on the phone, by the way. You don't have to download it. It's already there. These 3 months free, you think, oh my God, that's so nice. That's for me. But it's not. It's for you to say, oh, okay, I'm setting up my phone. I'm just going to click through it. And then 3 months go by, and now you're getting a perpetual bill that you don't know what the hell you're paying for.
Absolutely.
And they got you.
Exactly.
And it's already built in. You already spent $2,000 on the phone already.
But check this out.
But they're juicing you even more right off the jump.
Check this out. Not only with this, right? Do they get to survey you? They get to, believe it or not, you think the phone is off.
Right.
It's not off.
It's not off. No.
They're tracking you. They're hearing you.
Yeah.
And the best thing of all, you're destroying yourself.
Could you imagine, you know,
this thing destroys you?
Yes. Yes. There was a study that was being done on how screen time is impairing cognitive ability. It's impairing cognitive ability. This thing is destroying your ability to recall, your ability to
look. This destroys your memory. It destroys your relationships, right? You know how many people are caught with, through their phone because they saw something, the woman gets into the phone and they see that you're like talking to a woman on Facebook.
It doesn't even have to be talking to a woman on Facebook. The fact that that a woman showed up on your feed is suspect enough. What are you watching that the algorithm is showing you these things? Or if you like a photo, oh my God, it's the end of the world.
God forbid
you like that woman's photo.
And God forbid if you decide you unfriend somebody.
Oh my God.
It's over. This is like, to some people, it's like the world has ended.
Right.
And then not only that,
it's
this
funny.
thing also rests right on your bedside. So whatever's emanating out of this device is destroying you with radiation.
Oh, not only does it rest on your bedside, Joe Rogan said it perfectly. He goes, if I walk out of the house and I'm driving and I find, I don't have my phone, I'm gonna be late. I'm going back. I'd be late. I'd rather be late than be without my phone.
That the phone is your right arm.
Right.
You leave it behind.
We're basically cyborgs.
Look, when I was a doorman in Manhattan, one time, I bounced out the house because I was running late. By the time I was in Harlem, I had this empty, hollow feeling inside. I was like, why do I feel so empty? What is it that's wrong? And I said, wait a minute. Where's my phone? Oh, no. The whole day at work, I was like a zombie.
And it's funny because in Joe Rogan podcast, he was saying that your generation is the first and last generation to remember, to have seen the entire transition, life before and after smartphones and the internet.
Absolutely.
Like the things that you've seen in your lifetime, you're the last person. Like your generation is the last generation that has seen and lived a life before, internet was even around. The life of
exactly
writing, having a black book of names and numbers and looking up things in a phone book and all that stuff that is now like ancient.
Before you would they would sell these little booklets like about that big, right? That you could put in your wallet and your little phone numbers were in there.
And this is exactly what everybody's praying to God that Jeffrey Epstein had, a little black book of just.
And all you needed was a pocket full of change. There was a phone booth. Some phones were downright disgusting, but there was a phone booth. And then you had the biggest leap of technology, and everybody wore that proud, was that beeper. Oh, you had a beeper. That was a status.
Yeah, status symbol.
Yeah, status symbol. People, they walked around with that proud.
Now,
little did we know.
Nowadays, I mean, if you were walking around a beeper in Iran, you're sospechoso.
Yeah, exactly. So little did we know that this device was in the imminent future, to the point without it, you can't work.
We couldn't even fathom that this would even exist. I mean, Back to the Future couldn't even imagine a cell phone.
No.
Couldn't even fathom it. But it's funny because a lot of this technology that we have right now is eerily similar to how Bob Lazar stated that the UFO he went in, right? Because he said there were no controls. Like, he didn't understand how any of this stuff worked. And then they found out that you place this sphere thing in a specific orientation, and all of a sudden the thing turned on.
Right.
Just like our phones. Like, could you imagine, going back to the 90s and telling people that you see this device, I just put it here and it charges.
No, can you imagine? You tell someone, like, you were born in 92, right? At that time, I think we had the first iterations. I think it was a flip phone at that time. 92, yeah, I remember having the brick phone. Remember the one that was like a brick? But can you imagine, you tell somebody, you see this device? Let's say I go into the past, into, like, let's say 1994. You see this device? It, through magic, it communicates with another device. No wires, no nothing. And whatever you see on that device, I can see on this device.
Right.
They'd be like, what?
or that car phone that you have? You can just pull it out and just put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
What?
And you know that this device, oh my God, I'm feeling old. I actually had the GPS Garmin that you put in your car. And, and if you would have told somebody, why do you have a Garmin? This device has
all of that.
And 10 times better.
Right.
It's all.
No. You go back to the 90s, right? Go back to the 90s and you're in a party or some event. What is the first? Oh, I got to take a picture.
Right.
That has gone by the wayside. Nobody has.
Nobody.
A disposable camera?
Are you kidding me? And then came, like, much later came the digital camera.
Right.
With a little, I remember I saw, I used to work at the store. So there was always somebody trying to sell something to me, right? And I remember that this guy came in with this camera. I couldn't believe it. He goes to me, this doesn't use tape. I was like, what? It doesn't need tape or a CD or anything. You see, it has a chip. And I'm like, wait a minute. So my videos go on that chip? He's like, yeah. And they sell a device that you put the chip in and you can see it on your TV. I was like, yo, this is the pinnacle. The pinnacle.
Right.
And now, and I ask myself every day, what's next? And now seeing what AI can do.
Yep. That's definitely changing life.
Absolutely. This is something like, you would tell me that you will wear a pair of glasses, right? And those glasses are actually taping everything that you're seeing in the year 1994, 95. I would think that this is straight out of James Bond.
Right. It's funny because, like, we're watching 50 First Dates, and Adam Sandler, is saying, pretending that he has, like, this watch. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little
Tracy.
Right. But little did he know that the Apple Watch has that feature now, and it's ubiquitous.
Everybody has one.
Like, you pulling out and talking to your watch ain't nothing special. You're not a CIA agent or somebody that could be believed as such. like such amazing technology. Now it's mundane.
It's technology, and we're digressing, of course.
Of course, yeah.
We're digressing. But all I'm saying is the cell phone, this ubiquitous device, it kills two birds with one stone for the government.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny because circling back to that show, Burn Notice, there's times where he needs a listening device, right? So he goes and buys those brick Nokia phones. Like, this is an old show. So this is like,
right.
So at the time, he was like it's like a brick Nokia phone that he converts into like a listening device. And in the show, he says at that time that was smaller than any listening devices that they would have killed for a listening device that small.
Imagine that.
In that time. Now you don't even a listening device. They got you dead to rights before you even open the package.
And what's funny is that, I was watching a movie with Bryan Cranston, right? He plays a spy in this, right? And he has a suitcase, huge suitcase, and he's making deals with like a guy like Pablo Escobar, right? Or one of his henchmen. This is based on a true story, by the way.
Okay.
So he sits the briefcase on the floor, and the briefcase has like a little device on it that he just like toggles it. And inside the briefcase are reels actually recording. That if the
reel to reel.
Yeah. So if the guy that he's spying on tells him, open up that goddamn briefcase, he's dead to rights.
Right.
But now it's like,
but that's what he was referencing in Burn Notice. Like, that was the listening device that they had at the time.
Right. But now imagine this, and I'm talking about my age, right? If you want to like to spy on somebody, they will sell, and they still have, I think you still can get them on Amazon, of course, but they had like little dictation devices that took little cassette tapes, right? You put in a little cassette tape, you plant the cassette tape anywhere in your home, and let's say you want to spy on your spouse or whatever, and you just hit record. You leave it there, and then you come back to it, and then you hit rewind, and then you listen. Now you just, you can stick this behind anything. They have a recording app. Boom. You can even make it voice activated, because I know about this app because I'm in getting into EVP, where while you're sleeping, the strangeness that happens while you're sleeping, and
which we discussed on this podcast.
Yeah, it's a way of like trying to see if whatever entities are around you, but it's the same thing. You leave this device, somewhere behind a cushion or whatever, and you're interested in listening to what your spouse is doing or your kids are doing. Yeah.
Look at the listening devices now that the FBI and the CIA, this is a consumer product that you can buy. Only imagine what they have. Check this out. This is a recording device.
What? And for people that are watching my feed, I see Pilar is on watching us, and Felix is watching us. Go to the paramid.com. Go to either paranormal.experience on Instagram or our YouTube channel, because that way you can see what I'm going to give you a brief glimpse of what we're seeing. All that is available through our YouTube channel. All the little bells and whistles that Mr. Pablo is fidgeting behind the scene.
But can you see this? The intelligent voice, it says intelligent voice activated recording. In this,
that's like smaller than a toothpick.
Right. It says here, mini hidden voice recorder, small spying device for audio recording equipment, less than $100, $85.
Wow. That is insane.
If we say the thinnest in the world, we really, truly mean it. With a length of only 5 centimeters and a height of only 0.6 centimeters and a weight of only 21 grams, this recorder is incredibly discreet and easy to carry. Simply slip it into your pocket or bag without even noticing it. The mini voice recorder offers 16 gigabytes 16 gigabytes and 32 gigabytes of storage capacity, so you can record up to
gigabytes.
Right. So you can record up to 376 hours on that little device. Powered by a 200 milliamp rechargeable battery, it continuously lasts up to 50 hours when recording or up to 30 hours when playing back. And yes, it can even record while charging, so you can use it as an MP3 player or USB.
Yo, that's insane. And that's what is available to
buy. Right. Right. So could only imagine what they got over there at the Pentagon. But
they have the infamous discombobulator.
Oh, they got the discombobulator and so much more. So kind of breaking away from the Jeffrey Epstein file really quickly. So Nick Shirley went down to New York City and was investigating a little scam that's going on in New York City. And
he's getting good at this little
I mean, he's been doing this for a while. He's been doing this for a long time now.
I wasn't aware that he was around, but obviously he's been doing his thing.
You know, Nick Shirley had me thinking to myself, like, because I went to California in an attempt to be a journalist, right?
Mm-hmm.
But had I known, and if I had foresight, I mean, I could have.
Well, you know what they say about foresight.
Yeah. Hindsight's 2020, right? But Nick Shirley, he took what he was going to invest in college tuition and put that into his first story, which he went down to the border and just recorded what was going on, and was shocked to see that it was like people coming in, like it was like the way
Grand Central Station.
No, the way he described it, it was like the finish line at a marathon.
You break the tape.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "Oh, we finally made it! Whew, we're here!" Like they're on vacation. Like it was very different than what he was anticipating. He was thinking it was going to be Border Patrol and there was going to be all kinds of things going on.
Dogs and helicopters.
No, it was just people coming in. Finally, I made it. We're at the end of the journey. They're all excited. Like tourists, excited faces and all these things. So, if I would have had that foresight, I could have easily took that money that was flushed into being in California. It could have just said, because he went with his mother, I could have just said, Dad, let's just go find a story and cover it.
Exactly.
But now, for those that are listening, Nick Shirley broke the way. So now, if you're listening, if this is something you want to do, then stop hoping that college is going to give you the tools. I'm sorry. It really isn't.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that as a sidebar, because remember I was showing you Dr. G's first movie,
right, in AI
that's totally made from his computer.
Mm-hmm.
The whole documentary is AI,
right? Faces,
voices, everything, right? He has 3 PhDs.
Mm-hmm.
One in astronomy, the other one, I forget what he said, in physics,
mm-hmm.
and so on and so forth. He himself says that we're at a point of human existence
mm-hmm.
that college is a waste of money.
It is. What do you need? What do you need college for?
Look what he said. He was he taught in Harvard University. You saw the video. Taught in Harvard University, and he was at the time that he was teaching in Harvard. This is because he was moonlighting. He was teaching at Harvard, and also on 2020 with Hugh Downs and Diane Sawyer.
Okay.
Right? He was moonlighting, saving up so that when his son gets of age, that he could send them to Harvard. Well, the time came after many years of his struggle, and he told his son, Harvard is garbage. It's total garbage. It's $90,000 when you count dorm, books, and tuition.
More if you're including interest.
Right. So $90,000 for a year at Harvard. He said, I was so gung-ho for my son to follow in my footsteps. He goes, kids that go to college now are not learning. They're getting indoctrinated into this leftist bullshit.
Yes.
That when they get out and they graduate from college, the kid who you work so hard to give them certain ideals and you know, give them morals and all, it's out the door.
Right.
Because the professors get inside their mind and then they become these lefty lunatics.
Yuri Bezmenov. It's, it's demoralization.
Exactly.
It's they demoralize you. And if it wasn't a sign that Steve Jobs dropped out of college,
exactly,
or this guy Mark Zuckerberg, who was in Harvard,
right,
dropped out to build Facebook, and all these people are dropouts. I mean, for the love of God, my mentor was born on the floor of a refugee camp, built himself to be a multi-millionaire, and just graduated high school.
But if you think of this, right?
But you know what it is that people equate. Here's the problem. People equate knowledge as power, and it's not. Knowledge is not power. It's applied knowledge is power.
Right.
And therefore,
absolutely,
people think that just because you have the knowledge makes you qualified. But since you have knowledge without any application, you have no qualification.
Not to cut you off. Picked up 4 college girls. Today's Sunday, right? Last night. Saturday going into Sunday.
Okay.
We have daylight savings time.
Right.
Right? 4 college girls out of UConn. University of Connecticut, right? UConn. Prestigious college, right? All of them are celebrating. Oh, I'm glad, they're changing the time. Spring forward. We get to sleep an hour later. I'm like, I just picked up these girls from college.
Right.
And they thinking that because of the time change, they get an extra hour of sleep. This is what their parents are paying for.
Right.
So I imagine when they change it in the fall, they think that they're losing an hour.
Right.
And then if you do the tally, right? You do the tally of $90,000 a year. 4 years is like the minimum.
Right.
That's close to 400 grand that you already buried you, unless you get a scholarship or you're rich.
Right.
Most people go in and get loans. 4 years, 400 grand. If you want to become a doctor at Cornell University, by the time you become a doctor, you're almost $1 million in the hole.
Never mind that, right? Never mind that. That's one aspect that's a problem. But here's the thing that they don't really teach you, or that you spent the $90,000 a year, right? But then you're immediately hit with the problem. And the problem is, in order to qualify for the job that you want, right? The first requirement that they have
is experience.
But you don't have experience.
Exactly.
You have the knowledge. So how do you get the experience? Well, you can't get the job because you don't have the experience, but you can't get the experience without the job. So you end up in a feedback loop. Like, how do I get the experience?
Right. Well, but here comes the thing that they don't tell you. You want the experience? You just got out of college. You're like $500,000 in the.
You go back to entry level.
No, they tell you work for free for about internship. You work.
You take an internship.
You take an internship and work for free.
Right.
So now you're saying, yeah, well, I just spent $500,000 para trabajar gratis.
Wow. Yes.
It's
backwards.
It's backwards.
But yet they're funneling everybody to the college system.
But if I knew now, if I had the information then that I know now, I would have definitely tried to get you guys, instead of going to college, maybe going to some trade school that funnels you, because you don't need to pay. You're paying 90 grand for you to take a course on transgender economics. What does that mean?
I mean, another great study of why school is just pointless. Have you ever heard of the brand Raising Cane's?
Yeah.
Did we discuss about Raising Cane's on this pod?
I don't think so, but I told you a story about him. That's the chicken joint, right?
Yeah.
This dude, he was a notorious, you know how they say Donald Trump is a bad businessman?
Right.
Yeah, he has Mar-a-Lago, but he's a bad businessman, right? Well, the guy from Raising Cane's, he built a business, it failed.
Right.
He built another business, it failed. He built another business, it failed. He built another business, it failed. But he kept trying.
No, that's not the story I know about Raising Cane's.
Oh, that's what I saw. And then finally, he came up with this bonehead idea of, I'm just selling nuggets.
No, so
like, what?
Yeah, so the story that I heard, and I'll double check it.
Yeah, double check it, because that's what I heard.
The story that I heard, it goes like this.
Because he comes out of Texas, doesn't he?
No, he comes out of Louisiana. Let me see.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. He does come out of Louisiana.
So this is the story I know, and I looked this one up with Grok, so it could be inaccurate, but this is as far as the story that I know with Raising Cane's.
Okay.
It goes to show you that college don't know shit. Let's just say that. So the class, he's in a business school,
right?
And the class tells him you have to create a business plan. So he thought about it, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make a business on just chicken, serving chicken nuggets, bland chicken nuggets and French fries. That's it. And the professor gave him a C. He said this will never work. Gave him a C.
I see.
And then he's like, oh, this will never work. Okay. And he built it. And guess how? I wonder how much is Raising Cane's net worth?
Wait a minute. I'm confused now.
So it says it's not traded publicly, but the personal net worth, the guy that got the C for this business plan, $22 billion. A C paper.
Okay. But before we get into the, because I'm interested in this. What is the guy's name?
Todd Graves.
How old is he?
Great question.
Because this is interesting. It dovetails in what we're talking about.
Because, people have gone, and it's funny because you mentioned UConn. Coworkers of mine have a full ride scholarship at UConn, and they dropped out for where I work, and that guy right now currently makes $240,000 a year, or then some, and his other fellow classmates that told him he was crazy are broke. Broke.
You know how many people get the degrees, end up working in
1972. So he is
my age.
54.
He's your mom's age. Okay, so this is interesting. Can you Google or Grok how many businesses did this guy fail before making Raising Cane's? I want to know that the information I was told, because I was talking to a manager from Raising Cane's, and this is what he told me.
Oh. So let's see here. I think so the founder of Raising Cane's did not have any failed businesses before launching the chain.
So then I got
the manager had false information, because I looked it up. Because you know why I looked it up? The reason I looked it up because my company, great company, every month they do a recognition.
What's his name again?
Todd Graves.
So Todd Graves, not only is he the owner, but he actually founded the business from the ground up.
From a C paper, it was a paper that he had to do for college that he got a C on. And he's like, you know what? Out of spite, he built the business.
Wow.
Out of spite.
I had his story all messed up.
So the reason I even looked into the story was because my company had gotten food catered by Raising Cane's. So I tried the food, and I'm like, this is not, I've had better than this. This is not good. This is like, it was just recently built. There was a lot of hype because people were like, this is a new build a new restaurant on the strip of where I work, and everyone was like, oh, and they're like, oh, it's all the sauce. It's the sauce is everything. I can skip the sauce. And then I was like, okay, but I'm like, why do people like this? This is disgusting. It's bland, right? So then I go down a rabbit hole. Turns out that people are afraid. There's a phobia. There's a legit phobia for flavor. There's a lot of people are flavor phobic. They're afraid of seasoning. There's a lot of people that are afraid of seasoning. So
they're afraid of scrumptious.
Of
the salt lips.
Because the problem is if we try it and we go, damn, this is good,
right?
There's gonna be that 180, that one asshole. Out of 10 people, there's that one asshole that's like, nah, I've had better. Or there's always that one person.
Yeah, it's like there's always that asshole
right
that goes into a 5-star restaurant and puts ketchup.
Right, exactly. like the brain boost, right? My kids love the brain boost. Everybody loves the brain boost. But there's that one guy, he's like, nah, I don't like it. It tastes like medicine to me. I'm like, where you get I'm like, I don't understand. He's like, nah, not my thing. And I'm like, then I got he saw the new bottles. He's like, let me try it again. Nah, I don't like it. I'm like, if you get 10 people, try this. Everyone loves it. But this one guy, for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
So, you know what the solution is? Fuck flavor. The hell with the flavor. Flavorless. Now there's no complaint. Now you get that guy. You recruit that guy.
You want flavor? Piss on it. And make it salty.
So that was the whole thing. The reason why they are so successful, because he found out something that a lot of other business owners, they're chasing the flavor. Like, for example,
what's his name again? Is it hard to remember?
Todd Graves.
For
example, you got KFC, right? 21 different herbs and spices, right?
Right.
But some people don't like the flavor of KFC, right? Some people don't like it. Or let's say Wendy's, right? Their nuggets are too hot, too spicy, right?
Right.
So you avoid that entirely by making it bland. Now there's nothing, you can't complain. You can't complain. It's not too salty. It's not over seasoned. So he found out that as long as people are willing to accept that it tastes bad, as long as it consistently is bland, no matter where you go. If it's the same product, you know that it doesn't matter what Raising Cane's you go to, it's gonna taste exactly the same.
Well, there's something to
garbage.
That. Well, there's something to that. It's consistency. If you go to a restaurant and one day it tastes one way, and then you go back, then it's like a little off. That kind of turns you off. But if you're eating crap and it's always crap, you know what you're gonna get. Crap.
Right. So you walked in there full knowing
that you're gonna buy crap.
So when you get crap, you're happy.
Yeah. It's like, the phenomena of the murder burger, White Castles. Everybody knows you eat White Castles, you're gonna get sick.
Right. They still eat it.
But since you consistently get sick, they're like, you know what? I want to get sick today.
Yeah. I want to get belly bombed.
Yeah.
That's the
I'm a little backed up. Let me go and get me some murder burger.
Right.
It's strange, but I'm looking at this now. This guy, Graves, holds over 90% of the company with a net worth estimated around $9.5 billion to $22 billion.
And that was a C paper. That was like the professor told him, dude, you're never gonna make it. Well, who was right and who was wrong? And that's the thing. It's like, what I've learned in this journey of entrepreneurship is the number one rule is don't take advice from people that haven't been where you want to go. Right. And that's the entire school system. You're not seeing, what's his Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, as a professor. You're not seeing, Patrick Bet-David as a professor. You're seeing the guy that was never able to do that in his entire life. He stayed in school, always was in school, never built anything, a business or what have you, and yet you're the one learning from him, thinking that you're going to get a different result.
Exactly.
But you're not. You're not, because these people aren't spectacular people. These people that are professors, they're nobody special. They're people that have been indoctrinated, and they're a forever student. They stay in school, and they're like the modern day philosopher, right? They just pontificate on different ideas.
Right.
And then spend the whole life just pontificating and found a way to make money on doing that. But, the only reason I'm not a philosopher is because my philosophy teacher told me there's no money in it. He's like, if people were to pay you for sitting around and having thoughts, I'd be a rich man right now.
Exactly.
And I was like, God damn it, I love philosophy.
Yeah, because back in the day,
right,
when Plato was around and Aristotle,
right,
you know what we call philosophers in my family?
What?
Vividores.
Vividores? Yeah. What does that mean?
People, moochers. People who live off of other people. And you just eat their minds up with your bullshit.
Yeah, my professor, he would say, what's a perfect philosopher? A guy that does nothing but think all day. But that's some of these PhDs in quantum physics and all these things.
And get this, if you're if you're one of these thinkers and you live on the beach, you're a bohemian.
That's a little shout out to the Bohemian Grove.
You're a bohemian.
So like
you grow your hair out and you're like, yeah, man, far out, man.
Right. Why would you learn from somebody that's never made it happen themselves? I mean, that's the one thing that I've learned from this entrepreneurship that from my mentor.
I've never actually thought about that. So you're going to college, right? You're learning. Let's say what's a business? You're going for a business degree, right? Your teacher, who's teaching you business,
right,
comes to work in a beat up fucking Nissan Sentra. He's
broke,
right? And he's teaching you.
Like think of it like this, right? My best friend, right, DJ Aftersife,
right,
who was on this podcast, is going to a business school, being taught by a professor that had less business experience than even him. And he's going there to learn. So that
I've never, to be honest with you, I've never thought of that.
Yeah,
that's like you're making a lot of sense right now. That's like you want to be an actor, right? You go to a struggling actor who's teaching.
You want to be an actor. You take acting classes.
Right.
And what movies have you been? None. Any plays? No. None. What have you done? I'm an acting teacher.
That's what I do.
But I don't want to be an acting teacher. I want to be an actor. Well, I'm trying to show you. What have you been? Have you done it?
Right.
No, but I kind of know the steps. It's like me teaching you how to be an NFL in the NFL. Do I know how to be in the NFL? Yeah, you work hard. You go in the combine. You do this. You do that. Okay. How many NFL games have you played? None. You know.
Yo, that is insane. That when I had the store, right, there was a rehab next to the store. It was Elm Court Youth Center, right? And one of the guys that's recovering is telling me, and it pertains to what you're talking about now. He's like, Anesto, how can I get better in my recovery when my counselor has never done drugs? She's telling me how to avoid, how to deal with the drug problem, but she's never had. All she has is an education on how to deal.
Right.
But she's never been there.
Right.
And it's funny because this guy, well, it's not funny, but this guy was very talented. His name was Michael. And he made a song called Gutter Babies. I don't know if you've heard me sing Gutter Babies.
I think so.
Walk around the streets all day with nothing better to do. Want to go home but don't have one. It's sad, but it's true. That was him.
Okay.
And he told me, I'm struggling with my addiction. My counselor has never been an addict.
Right.
My counselor has never drank alcohol. She's completely sober. And alien. She's never done drugs.
Right.
But she has a master's in recovery.
Right.
I'm not getting the help. And what happened? They found them unalived in the village.
Wow.
From a drug overdose.
Well, it's funny because that situation is not funny, but the whole college situation, it's funny because you're not being taught by somebody that actually made it happen. So that's part one. But the other part is if you go out and you make it happen, no college involved, what do? They give you an honorary degree.
An honorary degree.
So you didn't even have to learn. You didn't have to go in through the process. The fact that you mastered it on your own, you get the degree.
Hence Puff Daddy.
Right. So it's like, what's the point in going? There's no sense in going to college anymore. So all that to say, what Nick Shirley has been doing, avoiding college altogether, and why don't you have the mentality that you're going to save up, right? You're going to still save up as if you were going to save up for college, but instead save up to do the thing that you actually want to do.
Exactly.
And go do it. Stop waiting around for somebody, because I remember for example, my philosophy teacher said, there's no money in being a philosopher. Well, I'm pontificating on a podcast, and you know what? People make money off these things. People make money off. There's philosophy podcasts, I'm sure.
I'm positive.
And they're making money off of it, But if you listen to these people, my English teacher said I would never be a journalist. Well, I do. I uncover stories and discuss stories every day. I'm doing what I've wanted to do.
Right.
I just didn't go down their path.
But wait a minute. Your English teacher told you will never be a journalist.
Oh, yeah.
And what was his reasoning behind that?
Because they didn't like the way I wrote. They didn't feel like they liked the way I wrote.
Same. There's always gatekeepers.
Well, they say these things is the Will Smith from The Pursuit of Happiness, right? He said that his son will never be a basketball guy, NBA player, because of the fact that he never did it, that he sucked at being a basketball player and in basketball as a whole. So he discouraged his son from doing it. But then he caught himself later on and said, don't ever let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. But teachers don't do that. Teachers don't do that. They say, no, you can't do that.
No, yeah. They pigeonhole.
Yeah.
And,
you do this?
And if you go by that, this, you're obviously familiar with Pedro Martinez.
Right.
Right? Tommy Lasorda said, nah, he's not going to be anybody. Nah. Pitcher? Nah. He don't got it.
Right.
He don't got it.
And
look what he became.
Right.
The same thing with this guy. I told you the story with Tom Hanks, right? He was doing Band of Brothers, right? And this actor comes along. He has the part. He got the part.
Right.
Tom Hanks said, that guy doesn't have it. Why?
Right.
He has dead eyes.
Right.
They killed him. They killed his spirit.
Right.
They got him off the show. Later on, this guy makes a podcast
called Dead Eyes.
Dead Eyes. And he got to interview
Tom Hanks.
And then he asked him, why did you say I have dead eyes? And he said,
that's all you could think of.
That's it.
What else is there to say?
Yeah. But we're digressing because let's get back to the original thought.
Right. The original thought here
is that
Nick Shirley
discovered some dirt in New York.
Yeah. So what's going on in New York is always there's been vendors on the street. I mean, as far as I remember, I mean, I'm sure for there's always been vendors on the street.
Absolutely.
Selling God knows what. I mean, you've said it multiple times. You can find the nails of Jesus Christ in New York City if you're so inclined to find.
Actually, in my youth, there was a dude. He was a street vendor. He was a hot dog vendor, right? He parked himself right in front of a Key Food. And for the better part of my youth, you could count on a soubrette hot dog in front of Key Food from the time I got to Queens all the way up until I graduated high school.
Right.
That street vendor put his family through college
off of that stand.
And I remember.
And there's a lot of people making money hand over fist over things like that.
The guys in Astoria, the shish kebab guys, they're making a killing.
Right.
But this guy particularly always sticks in my mind because every time he bought a hot dog, he will always show you mosta, sauerkraut, mosta. And he had I found this as a kid absolutely fascinating. When you would buy a hot dog, he had a little device on his belt. He wouldn't look at it. He just knew, okay, you bought a hot dog, he's getting 55 cents change. He will click, 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 and he'll give you that little device. I wanted that. I wanted that device to give out change. But again, we digress. So what did this guy discover?
So he discovered that there's a lot of vendors now that are selling counterfeit products in New York City, which was always
Canal Street.
Well, that's where he found it, on Canal Street. So he says that initially it was like it was Canal Street, but now it's exploding into further and further outskirts of the Canal Street, and it's going, all like it's encompassing like 5 blocks. You want to know
something fascinating about those counterfeits in Canal Street? I found this fascinating. Those counterfeits, like let's say a Louis Vuitton bag, they're so well done.
Yes.
That even the maker that make Louis Vuitton bags
have a hard time
detecting that they're fake.
Right. Yeah. Which, by the way, even when I designed some of our labels and our products, I had to foresee and create hidden Easter eggs that only I know. I haven't even told you. There's Easter eggs in these labels that if you don't know how to look for them, you won't know that they're there. But I know that they're there.
So that way you can detect the
because what happens, it's a notorious thing. What happens is a lot of once we get big, what they do, they like to spoof it. And they like to, try to make it seem like they're us. Right? There's a lot of companies that like to pretend like there's this brand called Cupid that does this like cologne that's supposedly pheromone cologne that gets all these ladies, crazy. It drives them nuts in a good way.
Can I have the creamer?
Oh, we're all out. Sorry.
I'll drink it black.
Which, by the way, if you can handle black coffee, better handle it with Paramid at paramidsup.com with our shroom focus.
Oh, I like the segue.
But yeah, all that to say,
here we go. There's a Paramid coffee, mushroom infused coffee, delicious at Paramid.
Take a look at the box. Can you see if there's any hidden Easter eggs? Do you see anything there that's out of the ordinary?
I will do that on my own time. Does not start looking for Easter eggs during the podcast. But
if you can see something, then let me know. But
again, this is Paramid coffee. It's our shroom focus.
That's right.
Available at paramidsup.com. That's Paramid, PARAMINSUPP.com. That's our shameless plug for the hour.
That's right. So with that being said, so he's investigating these vendors that are cropping up everywhere on Canal Street, selling illegal merchandise, counterfeit merchandise. So he's taking a deep dive, and he gets a little slice of how New York is right now. So take a look at modern day New York. What's going on right now? So let me see if I could pull this up here really quickly. All right. And I saw this, and I'm like, I was immediately right back like, yep, that's the New York that I remember. Because mind you, I was really, and I'm still bitter on how New Yorkers handled COVID. Google.
Oh, yes.
Pues ya da pau.
I'm very, very bitter on how these people are so willing to speak their mind on nonsense, on things that are not important. But when the government tells you to do something, you ask, how high? How many more jabs do you need me to get?
But
I can't go to the club unless I get jabbed. How many jabs?
Are you bitter? You're bitter, but not surprised.
I'm not. Now at this point, I'm not surprised.
You gotta realize New York is as blue as it can get.
Yes, but I always, because obviously from growing up in New York City, in my perspective has grown over time. It's changed and ebbed and flowed, because I always thought that the Democrats were the good guys, right? Mm-hmm. And the Republicans were the money grubbing, profit over everything.
You ever seen that label in the luncheon meat with the little red devil?
Right.
Those are the
Republicans. And then you had my guy, the guy that I used to idolize, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Go, screw your freedom. But I always looked at the Republicans as the ones, at the top of these towers that were just, the Batman villains, right? That's what I looked at them as, right? Like, these are the guys that, they make you poorer and poorer and poorer, and they take your jobs and bring it overseas, and they don't care about you at the end of the day, right? They don't care about you. Like, that's my perspective, and the perspective at one point of the Democratic Party was screw these people, right? Who are they to be stomping on your neck, right? Who are they to be dictating that your life is only worth $30,000 a year? Like that's what my perspective was in thinking that the Democratic Party was trying to bring down the Jeffrey Epstein club.
Share my screen. This is who I thought the Republicans were. See that little devil right there? That personifies when I was growing up, who the Republicans were.
Yeah, so that's what I thought Republicans were. But then El Cuco really changed that perspective a lot, because I got to see the true battle wasn't the haves and have-nots. It was more like, how much of government do you want in your life, right?
Right.
And how much control do you want them to have over your life as well? Right. And that's why big corporations, they want small government, because they want to operate without any
impeding,
impingement, right? Yeah. They want to operate freely, right? And then on the converse side of the Democrats, they want these people to be held accountable, right? That's what I grew up in. So when I grew up in New York, I didn't see like, I was in a blue state, but to me, these were rebellious people against the status quo.
Right.
That these people wasn't just gonna swallow the narrative, right? Because that's how they act. But then when being told what to do, they pretty much fell in line like everybody else.
I mean, it's hard to believe that New Yorkers just, they told me that, I got friends that told me, just take it. It's the law. They're telling us to take it. But
I had friends telling me, don't you want to just hang out? Let's just take it so that way we can go places. I mean, logically think about that. Just take it so that you can go out. Like, to me, I was just like telling them, like, at the time I was telling them, like, don't you feel like that's a Jewish star? Like, don't you feel like that's me having to wear an armband? Like, don't you feel like odd about this? Like, doesn't this make you feel? I mean, for crying out loud, New York City is filled with Jewish people. I mean, please, for the love of God, don't you realize what's happening here?
Right. But they took it a different way.
Right.
They took it as a badge of honor. Oh, I got my card.
Right.
I can.
No, they not only did they take it as a badge of honor, they flipped it. Now you're the asshole.
Right.
You're the asshole because now you're fucking up the whole plan. But that's what New Yorkers do. That's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
We fuck up the plan.
Right. We're rebels.
Right. But anyway, I digress. So you'll hear a little bit of New York, of what I know to be New York.
Which, let me tell you, it made no sense. You walked in the restaurant. You had to have your card, right? Which is total violation of your human rights.
Right.
They're forcing you
to
take a vaccine that really was concocted within a year, right? They're forcing you to wear a mask upon entry. The minute you sit on your table, take it off, eat, take it off. You got up from your chair, right? You got somebody sitting behind you. You gotta use the bathroom, right?
Right.
So you get up, you gotta put it back on.
Right.
Walk. But yeah, you've been sitting behind that person without the mask all along. The shit made no
sense whatsoever.
And we felt hooked. I mean, we didn't.
No.
And I'm transparent. I am transparent. I'm not going to lie to you and say I didn't take the jab. I did take the jab because it was driving my mom sick. She was like a little bit overweight. They're saying that people who are overweight need to take the because they're immunity compromised or whatever. I didn't want to take it, but then I said, "Geez, if if something happens to me, not COVID related, I could have just had a heart attack.
All right,
not COVID related. My mom would have been. I didn't convince my son enough, so I capitulated. I got the first one, but then after I got the first one, I did that spoon test. I was like, oh no, I'm not taking the second jab. I just took the first blast, and I'll be quite honest, I really haven't been the same since. My jaw hurt more.
Well, it's funny that you bring that up because another digression, but I feel like it's necessary. It's something I learned over this week. So Joe Rogan had this guy Aaron Siri on his podcast, and he talked about because he wrote this book which I just recently I'm about to do. It's called Vaccine Amen. And basically, he's showing that he basically discovered that a lot of people treat vaccines and pharmaceutical companies like they would a religion. Because when pressed, when you ask people for this particular thing, or ask them on how do they come up with with that conclusion, a lot of times they don't know where they come up with this idea.
No, backtrack.
So, like for example, he says, like we've had this debate multiple times, and we don't have time to kind of dig into it so much. I'll give you the best example. He says, in the podcast, he says with Joe Rogan, he goes, I got the great business for you, right? We create a vaccine, right? It doesn't have to work. It doesn't have to work. We could just, make it like pour a little bit of Gatorade, right?
What was the disease that Larry David got in Curb Your Enthusiasm? That him and his friend.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh man. Well, anyway, go ahead.
So, pour a little Gatorade in there for all we care. Right? It doesn't have to work, right? It just doesn't have to. It just, just has to be something in the vial, right?
Right.
And then your logical question is, what if people die? Not a problem, because the government is going to make it impossible to sue us. And you're like, okay, but who's going to want to take this if it doesn't work? Well, I mean, the government, here's the best part. The government
Roach disease. A vaccine for roach disease.
He's like, and here's the best part. You don't have to convince anybody to take it because the government's going to mandate you take it. So you can't get sued if it don't work. If people die, you can't get sued. And you are forcing people to take it. And then what if people can't afford it? Well, the government will cover that. So then
that's a business dream.
So basically, it's just easy money.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to work. You don't have to prove that it works. You don't have to show that it works. You just put Gatorade in a vial. And if some people think it works, fantastic. Mission accomplished. But if it hurts some people, we just scoop it under the rug. And he says,
and if people die from it,
you can't get sued.
You can't get sued.
And not only can you not get sued, they won't report it. And good luck trying to find any information on it. So we're in the clear. And worst case scenario, if we do get hit with something, whatever fine we have to pay is going to be far below the profit. So we're good.
It's a hell of a business.
So he uncovered
business with the government is good.
He uncovered a lot of stuff, and we'll dive into because that. If you haven't seen it, go watch the Aaron Siri podcast with Joe Rogan. This guy is the most clearest. He's a lawyer, clearest, well-spoken man I've ever heard speak on this topic. Made it so clear. He was like, "Look, the best way I can explain it to you is that vaccines are the only product." He's like, in this podcast studio, everything here that we see all had to be regulated. And if any of these things cause us harm, we can sue.
The podcast itself is regulated.
Right. If anything happens, we can sue and get compensation for it. There's only one product that you cannot sue. That's vaccines. He's like, there's literally one product. He's like, there's nothing else like it on the face of this planet. Nothing else. He's like, could you imagine? Let's say Chevy, right? Love Chevy. Chevy's without cars. I mean, where would we be? They're super important. They're necessary. They're necessary to life right now. So let's absolve them from any lawsuit whatsoever. They're not held liable for
even if your brakes go and smash it.
Anything
people, you're not liable.
Anything that could happen, right? Even if the car works great right now, right? If they're free from any liability, from any harm, you think that is always going to remain the case?
Absolutely not.
Right. Because they have one goal in mind, just to make money. So if
profit above all.
If shaving the brakes a little bit less so that if it might fail, who cares? Right? Who cares? So that's what he related so clear. It's very good. And he says, if a lot of these people, because my wife recently, and we digress a lot. We're trying to get to this Nick Shirley story.
Right, that's what I was going to say.
But it's funny because my ex or my wife or whatever, she basically told me, because we're talking about our kids, and we were saying that about the vaccines, because the doctors are like, oh, you need to have measles, mumps, and rubella. This is very important, and they're frightening her about what is the potential if he doesn't take this vaccine, about measles and all this stuff. And it's funny because I was listening to this podcast with Joe Rogan. He goes, I remember a time where measles was common. As a matter of fact, he pulled up the Brady Bunch. There was a whole episode. One kid gets the measles. They have a measles party. They get everybody together, right, so that they can catch measles.
But this is the
where
thing. I have a difficult time with that because I never got the measles.
But here's what this guy Aaron Siri found, that the data, because he's like, listen, I'm not going based on belief. He's like, this is not a religion. If you have to tell me I believe in vaccines, then there's something wrong here.
Right.
You need to give me the fact. Where's the fact that this works? He said he went to he had a deposition we could watch, and I'll do this in the next episode. And he grills this vaccinologist on where do you get this data from? Because I've looked, I can't find it.
Right.
Where's your data based upon? And the guy didn't have an answer for it. He's like, well, but you're the premier vaccinologist, the guy, the top dog, the biggest guy in the field, and you don't know? So then how? And he's like, the only study that because he was talking about that vaccines cause autism. He's like, the vaccinologist was like, yeah, no, there's no definitive proof that it does that. He's like, okay, show me the study. Where's the study? What study? Show it to me. Show me. Where did they do this study? There is no study.
And it's funny that you're saying that because I watched a movie with what's his actor's name? The guy who played Batman in the first Batman.
Christian Bale?
No, the first Batman with the joke.
Michael
Keaton about he gets addicted to opioids.
Oh yeah. I know. Oh wait, he gets addicted. The one that he's a doctor. Yeah.
What's the name of the drug? Oxycontin. They had a study where they latched on that it didn't matter, that it was non-addictive.
Right.
And it was just a little article in a magazine that appeared on that magazine, and they copy and pasted on this, and that could be the same thing with the vaccine.
But here's the kicker: this is what Aaron Series said, is that on everything else, right? They have to tell you the side effects, right? That's why all the commercials, this may cause vomiting, bleeding, and
right.
Internal, God knows what else, right? But vaccines don't get that pamphlet because they don't cause anything. But everything else, every other product that exists, they all have that pamphlet.
That makes so
he asked
when
them,
you get a vaccine, right? Let's say you're walking in your house and you accidentally step on a rusty nail. Then you go to the doctor and they say, when was the last time you got a tetanus shot? And you're like, oh, it's been like 30 years.
Tetanus is another one. No, you don't get tetanus from the rusty nail. That's BS.
I'm proof of it. In Jersey, remember the nail that went through my crock? It was a rusty nail. I didn't go to a doctor.
You don't get tetanus from a rusty nail.
But you see
you get tetanus from having a certain type of bacteria that grows in farm settings. So you have to be in a farm setting.
Oh, yeah, something with the cows, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is the doctor pushes the tetanus shot.
Right.
But they don't tell you, we're going to give you a tetanus shot, but there's a side effect.
No, they don't tell you any of that.
You might, when you wake up in the morning.
In fact, not only do they not tell you that there's a side effect, they flat out deny that there's a possibility of any side effect whatsoever. At all. Right? So he says, he's like, back in those days, right? In the days where there's only, he says, in when you grew up, there was only three shots that you ever took. That was it for life. 3. Right? Today, guess how many they are?
16?
74 shots.
And now you're hitting the crux of the problem. That's the problem I have with vaccines.
But hold on, but wait, there's more. But he goes to the root because he says that you would think that at the time that there was only 3 vaccines in existence, right?
Which was polio,
measles, mumps, and rubella, and I think tetanus might have been.
No, it's the other one. Measles, mumps, and rubella. It was polio,
and one more.
the smallpox.
It was maybe. But he says there were only 3 in existence, and even those 3 were so problematic that they had to create a law to stop people from suing them because they were being sued constantly. Constantly. It was such a problem with 3 shots. With just 3. That they needed the immunity to continue to function. With the original 3 shots. So he says even going back to the original doesn't even make that the product was ever safe.
They had to pass a bill.
Right.
Some kind of
The
legislation.
National Childhood Vaccine Act of 1983. National Childhood Vaccine Act of.
He looks that up. Another shameless plug.
1986.
At ParamidSup.com. Say that again.
The National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act of 1986, a landmark piece of legislation enacted to address a growing crisis in the vaccine market. During 1970s and 1980s, an increase in lawsuits related to vaccine injuries, particularly DTP, which is diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis. So it was the DTP. That was the
pertussis. I forgot about that bad boy.
Vaccine led to many manufacturers to stop producing vaccines due to high legal costs and liability. To ensure a stable vaccine supply, they created this particular act. So companies were like, vaccines are so problematic, I'm going to back out and stop making them because we're not making money here.
We're getting banged left and right.
Right. So what they do instead of making a better product, they get immunity. Instead of making a better product, they get immunity. And that is the crux of that conversation. Very interesting. Going back to the whole New York. So this is a taste of what Nick Shirley is going through in New York. That was a long conversation.
A long digression.
Yeah. Here we go. Absolutely. Trying to get.
And you heard that in New York, I think it was day before yesterday, they threw some bombs at some anti-Islamic rally.
It's unbelievable what's going on there. But
thank God they didn't go off.
Check this out. So Nick Shirley has gotten pretty famous.
Folks, you're looking at a video right now. If you go right there, Paramid, the Paramid.com, you can see the video that we're
playing. This is the Canal Street around that area, Delancey. Check this out. Just to set this up, you're about to hear some real New York language going on in just a couple of seconds here. This is a true slice of what it is to be in New York. Check this out.
Is that Delancey though?
No, this he said 34th Street.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
Come on, play it. Why isn't it not playing it? Hold on. Something's blocking it. Hold on. Why is it not playing now? Hold on. But of course, the overlords don't want us to put this out there. Oh, here we go.
There we
go. Okay. Okay, so let's just skip ahead, get back to where we were. Let's go. Let's go. Folks, if you're watching this buffering pause, go to paramidsub.com. So remember, they're investigating these illegal vendors.
Right.
Right. And these vendors happen to be migrants, by the way. Right. So they're migrants. But let's see here what's going on.
In New York, there's a lot of them, especially from Africa. And they're quick. They have their little shopping carts. Very well made. They could pack up and go within 5 minutes. They're gone.
Right. What is going on? They don't want us to see this. Hold on. What's going on, folks?
It was playing. There we go.
This is normal in New York City. You hear that all the time. This is New York slang right there.
And these
that actually makes me feel like I'm at home.
But yeah, you see how he reacted?
Yeah. Where was that?
Where was that?
Where was that?
Exactly.
For something so innocuous, like I don't even know what he did to earn that remark.
You know, didn't he say something to him?
What did he say? Let's find out. Let's see if we can get this to play here.
He kind of told him that what he's selling is fake.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he told him. Don't buy anything from him because what he's selling is fake.
Right. He said F you. And then the guy of course. So that's a little slice of New York of him going around, but specifically I played in the intro this guy, a person of interest. Let's see if I can find him real quick. Really easy to spot. He's got a nice bicycle helmet here. Let's see if we can get him. But essentially, he's trying to expose fraud, and people are just not happy with the fact that the fraud is being, exposed. And you were saying, if you were caught doing something, it's one thing, but this guy, he has no skin in the game. I got it right here. This guy has no skin in the game. He has no reason to defend the fraud. You're not making a penny from this.
Right.
Why are you defending it? Right. So take a look. Let's go back. Let's see what this guy with the bicycle helmet. He's on a
So
rampage.
he's upset because he is exposing this.
So he claims, right? He made a claim earlier. Let's see if I can find him earlier, because earlier in the clip, he claimed, I think it was around here, that Nick Shirley was responsible for deaths in Minnesota. And he's making this. Oh, I don't know if I can find it because it was.
No,
like,
just play the guy.
Yeah,
I see where he was coming from. He is, because Nick Shirley exposed the billions of dollars
right
that were being stolen,
right?
From politicians,
right,
and Somalian, aka daycare centers.
Right. Check out his response. So he's saying that he put out misinformation,
and because of that misinformation, ICE went in upon that misinformation, which is why people were killed.
So he's therefore making, based on this logic path, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's saying that the government is incompetent, right?
Right.
Because the government didn't have the foresight to vet this guy's information, sent random ICE agents and killed 2 people out of incompetence, of what it seems like.
Right. But that's not true.
But that's not true. That's misinformation.
You know, they found out that there are money missing, and that there is.
If it wasn't factual fraud, why the heck did Tim Waltz just suddenly bow out of the race?
Right. No, and the money's missing. It's not that maybe the money's missing.
Right.
We got to do no, the money's gone.
Right. So what makes this guy feel so adamant that
because he's an Uncle Peggy.
An Uncle Peggy?
Yeah.
This is the first time I heard.
There's Aunt Peggy's, which are the Karens. The male version is Uncle Peggy.
That's the guy that gets pegged.
And these people, these leftist liberals, they're so hell-bent with their ideals that they don't even allow you to convey a thought before you get interrupted.
No, not at all. Listen to this guy real quick. Let's see if this thing plays here. Come on. Well, in that sliver of conversation, he's not wrong. There's a lot of fraud that goes on in the White House.
Absolutely.
But just because a broken clock is right twice a day doesn't make it a thing that you're supposed to follow, right?
Right.
Oh, man.
But, the problem with what he's saying is there's a lot of fraud going on in the White House. That's what he's saying, right?
Right.
But only in the Trump White House.
Right.
But when we had the mummy in the White House, there was no fraud.
Right. Exactly.
when we both know that when the mummy was in the White House and with Trump in the White House, there's still fraud.
It's exactly the same.
It's corruption.
Right.
And believe it or not, I was saying this to the Warlock. Corruption and fraud is the grease that gets the wheels turning.
Mm-hmm.
Without corruption and fraud, it's romantic,
right,
to say, I would love to live in a world where corruption and fraud doesn't exist. It's an impossibility. Corruption and fraud exist so the machine could keep moving. It's the oil.
Mm-hmm.
Because if there's no corruption and fraud, these senators and these congressmen, they're just going to sit back on that, what they believe in. They're making a hell lot of money than we are.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not worth their time and effort to go through all the bullshit that they got to go through to make that measly check.
Right.
What the incentive to them is the corruption.
Right.
The corruption. But the problem, like I'll be in, how would I say this? I'll swallow the corruption.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that they get greedy. They get greedy. That's like the person who's working behind the bar and maybe takes $20. But then he gets greedy and ends up taking $300.
Right.
Which is messing with my bottom line since I'm the owner.
Right.
And that's the problem with the politicians, that we know corruption is the oil.
Right.
But then you abuse it.
Right.
You abuse it.
Beyond abuse. Right.
A project, and I see this every day, a project, you're going to fix the road, maybe a half a mile stretch. All they got to do is scrape the asphalt.
Right.
Right? Make sure it's nice and level.
Mm-hmm.
Put in new asphalt.
Right.
That shit takes 7 months to a year.
Minimum. Right.
And you see the workers, one guy is with the jackhammer.
Right.
4 guys are watching him like,
mm-hmm.
What are those 4 guys doing?
Right. Right.
Put them to do something else.
Right.
Right? And that's all part of the corruption, because the guy who got him in says, look, we're going to give you X amount of dollars, but we need for it to last this amount. Because what that guy doesn't understand is he's giving him X amount of dollars, but he's keeping a nice chunk of that X amount of dollars.
Right. Well, I mean, if someone tells you you're gonna get paid $100 an hour, you're gonna be okay. $100 an hour, fine. I'm gonna take my time, right? Because I want to get paid more.
Right. Exactly.
It's just simple math. I want more money. You're gonna pay me $100 an hour. I'm gonna take my sweet time.
And not only that, they give them a deadline. Oh, you can get this contract. You got a year to fix it. The guy's like, a year? In his mind, he's like, I could do that in 2 weeks.
Right. But I'm going to take a year.
I'm going to take a year.
And then I'm going to miss the deadline and ask for more time.
More, yeah. Because now, what my excuse is, the materials over the year period have gone up.
Right.
And at that point, the politician is like, yes.
Right.
Because now he siphons more money because this guy wants more money.
Right.
And he siphons that. Half of that is his. The other half goes to this guy. And then that guy is siphoning himself from the other guy.
Right.
And That's why I say corruption is the oil. Everybody is siphoning.
Right.
And it's like an engine, boom, boom, boom. You know, it's like, but the politicians, they abuse it to the point that even, even a baby sees that. Even an infant can see what the hell is going on.
I mean, I just wanted to quickly check on Grok because I remember. So check this out. The U.S. government, primarily through Department of Defense and the Pentagon, has long history of reports and scandals involving massively overpriced, seemingly simple things like screws, bolts, and nuts. These cases often stem from military procurement. There's no single widely confirmed instance of a $10,000 screw. But they have,
that's a hell of a screw.
I bet the government have paid $10,000 for screws.
Well, let me tell you something. He might be right. It's just it's the word. It's a $10,000 screw, but it wasn't an actual screw. You understand what I'm saying? It's that babe he had in the hotel.
Yeah, right. You're right.
It's a double entendre.
Right. So it says here in the 1980s, the peak for these kinds of scandals, they charged $37 per screw. Far above hardware store prices.
That's an understatement. Far above.
Other examples include a $9,000 Allen wrench.
Oh my God, this shit is comical,
A
man.
1998 audit found the Pentagon paid $76 for a screw that should have cost about 57 cents. $76 per screw. Per screw.
Oh my God.
Oh my. More recently, defense contractors overcharged for small parts like an oil pressure switch that cost around $300 to $328 commercially, but was built to the Pentagon for over $10,000.
You see?
Yeah.
You see? And that's just on the lower end.
Right.
Do me a favor.
It says classic icons of this waste include a $600 hammer.
Yo, this is
$1,000 toilet seat.
This is a stand-up routine. You just print that out.
I mean, this is for those that are thinking that I'm making this up. This is Grok. Look, $400 to $600 for a hammer. $640 to $1,000 for a toilet seat. $7,000 coffee makers.
I mean, David Dinkins on the state's dime.
Mm-hmm.
Google how much did David Dinkins purchase a headboard for? A headboard for his bed.
Oh my God. Let's see.
And there are people that think that David Dinkins was the next best thing since sliced bread.
In the 1990s, David Dinkins' first year as mayor was well-publicized controversy over a custom hand-carved wooden headboard made for his bedroom at Gracie Mansion. The reported cost to the city was $11,500. My God.
I mean, dude.
So this guy, so like I was saying before, if he was in the cahoots right? If he's getting paid for this, that's one thing. But this guy has no skin in the game.
You're a schmuck. Walking the streets.
So listen to this guy's perspective. Where were those New Yorkers during the Google?
Coño.
This is the streets of New York City right now.
He just got fired. He just got fired.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
So that's
God.
the streets of New York City. The crazy bonkers.
And it's getting worse because now the customers, the citizens of New York City, now they got to deal with the court of prayer. That's what the protest was about. Because now these people, now that Mandami took over, now they got to deal with this thing blaring
Right
at all times of the day, and these people taking over the streets and praying, and people got to go to work. People work odd hours in New York, so they're like, "Yo, what is going on?" You know, you people protest. I don't know why they will protest, because I myself embrace it when the church rings the bell every hour. I love it.
Right.
But some people get upset over it. But you follow the call to prayer, because there's a thing about, there's a fear with confronting Muslims, but they're ready to nail Christians on everything. I don't understand it. I really don't.
I mean, it makes perfect sense to me, because out of every religion that I can think of,
and I'm not opposed to the Muslim religion. I'm opposed to these Islamophobes, these Islamic fanatics. They're Christian fanatics as well. I'm opposed to that as well.
Well, I'm saying, out of all the religions that exist, right? How many of them have been known for terrorism? It's very few and far between. The Islamic, radical Islamic people, the reason that they're this way is because there's a stated mission, and their mission is Islam must dominate the globe.
Right.
End of story. There need not be another religion. And that's, I mean, do I agree with China's approach on just eliminating Muslims? No.
No, and absolutely not.
Do I agree with, the fact that not these Muslims, even to themselves, what they do to themselves, I don't agree with. If it was reported that in Iran, if a woman had like even a little bit of her hair stick out from the hijab, they get brutally beaten and almost killed to death.
That happened, by the way. I forget the girl's name.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's like these things, you don't hear that from Christianity. You don't hear that.
But you know what's even worse? That our digression has gotten us to hour 3.
Yeah, and we didn't even touch on the alien
topic.
topic.
Didn't touch on the alien topic. We haven't even done
AM PM
game show.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, folks, we're going to owe you, because we're going, by the way, this time change, not feeling it. If there's going to be the time that it is now, the way it gets dark later, let's leave it there.
Right.
Stop fucking with it.
Yeah. Just
leave it there. We're not farmers anymore.
Right.
We're not farming anymore.
Right.
Technology and the world has moved on from this ancient practice. Leave it there, please.
It goes to show how arbitrary the time is. We make it up. We make it up
as we go along.
Because there's places, because I call the entire nation, right? There's places in Tennessee that is 8 o'clock here, but across the street it's 7 o'clock.
It's ridiculous.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
So when If I tell you I'm gonna let's meet at the bar at 7 o'clock. Is that 7 o'clock? Your time or my time?
Yeah. It's leave it alone. Leave it alone. Look, it's 12:45 already a.m. Right? The day just flew by.
Yes, it did.
You know, we missed it's incredible how missing 1 hour from your regular schedule, how much it affects you. But look, us digressing, it's gonna be 1 o'clock. We're gonna owe you the alien topic. I have a lot to say on it. I've even stumbled upon. Have you heard of jump rooms?
No, I've not.
Shit is insane. Now they're saying that there are jump rooms where if you want, it's gonna sound ridiculous how you
yeah.
You're in New York, right? You have to it's gonna sound ridiculous. Exactly. You're in New York, you need to go to LA. There's a room. There are rooms all throughout the United States that you go in, boom, you're in LA.
Wow.
You need to be from LA to Chicago.
But how? Teleportation?
That's the mystery. There's some kind of wormhole, or they really have done a great job reverse engineering whatever it is that they're
these
alien technology.
That makes sense.
But I heard a whole you could check it out yourself. spacedoutradio.com, I believe it is.
Okay.
Everything is on there.
But if you don't mind, could I just play just one clip?
It's up to you. You're the one that's got to wake up.
I know. I'm just gonna. What is going on in this clip here? Just to give the audience.
Oh wait, we were gonna play the AM/PM game show. I wasn't gonna sign off.
Oh, you still wanting to?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. That's gonna be our jump off.
Okay.
We're playing the AM/PM game show.
So let's start it off really quickly. So I'm just gonna play this. AM/PM game show. What is going on in this clip, folks? Bear with me. It's populating. Okay, come on. Get it to work. Any idea what
the music throws me off?
All right, one more time. Ready?
All right, I got it.
All right.
And to save time, we're gonna just push on. I'm saying this person is walking lightly across a sheet of ice and slips.
That's your final answer?
Yes.
All right. So here we go, folks.
It's lightning round.
Lightning round. Here we go. All right, folks. Let's see. Put this up on stage. Here we go.
Oh, man. I wasn't too far off. I wasn't too far off.
So what is going on in this clip really quickly?
This lady, poor woman, going up the steps with a beautiful tray of nachos. Now, did she slip or did somebody push her?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. It looks like she slipped. She like must have lost her footing.
Yeah, she slipped backwards, and the whole tray spilled upon her as she reached the floor.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. So we're doing a lightning round, right? What's going on this clip? Oh, come on, dude. There we go.
Wing law man, wing law man, wing law man. I'm the watermelon knuckleball. Wing law man, wing law man, wing law man. I'm the watermelon knuckleball. Wing law man, wing law man, wing law man.
What's going on in that video?
One more time.
Wing law man, wing law man. Okay, bye. Hope I make you laugh. So, Leon, signing off. I love you.
Let me start it up again. Yes, give me a second.
Folks, please like and subscribe the video.
I'm the watermelon knuckleball. Wing law man, wing law man, wing law man. I'm the watermelon knuckleball. Wing law man, wing law man, wing law man. I'm the watermelon knuckleball. Wing law man, wing law man,
watermelon Snicker bar.
wing law man.
So it's a guy eating a watermelon and Snicker bar.
That's your final answer?
He said, I'm a watermelon Snicker bar is what I'm hearing. So I'll go with that. Yeah, that will be my final answer.
If you go to the Trello, right up top, kazoo.
You got a couple of them named Kazoo. Hold on, let me quickly find it here.
You remember who Kazoo was, right?
Kazoo
was the alien in the Flintstones.
Oh, okay.
Remember he had the helmet?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on, I'm looking for it here. Hold on, let's see. AM, PM. Let's see where we at.
Under Ask Pablo. Folks, thank you for tuning in. At the wee hours of the morning. This is the AM PM game show portion of the Paramid podcast. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We didn't get to the juicy part, but we promise next week we will. Always politics, always, gets involved, and we digress.
Yes. So here we go.
All right, here we go.
Alrighty. It's loading.
Remember, it's Kazoo. You wanted your wife to work remotely, right?
Well, I guess I get a partial. So I did hear the watermelon Snicker bar. Wow.
He's a watermelon Snicker bar wiener man.
Wow. So he's got a watermelon helmet with Snickers and hot dogs, rubber band to his face, and he's taking a little selfie saying,
I am the watermelon.
I'm the watermelon Snicker bar wiener man.
Now, for an encore, please, for an encore, play the one below it.
Okay. Oh man,
Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Come on, folks. Oh my God. Some people make money with the darnest things.
Darndest thing.
Wow. So this guy has a toilet paper and donuts rubber band to his face.
Like glasses.
Oh my goodness. Well, with that being said, I got one last clip, and this one is in your wheelhouse.
Oh, here we go. That I'm in trouble when he says that.
This is in your wheelhouse.
Oh yeah, that my friend is a
because
honestly, my mom says el gancho, the hook.
You probably have more experience in this particular activity than I have. I'm fairly confident.
Here we go. Remember, folks, if you're still watching, go to the paramid.com, go to the YouTube section. You watch all the bells and whistles of this lightning round of the AM PM game show. We didn't even play Mr. Joe Madison in his little intro, but next time, go ahead, play.
What is going on in this clip?
One more time.
This is definitely your wheelhouse here. Listen carefully.
Okay. What I'm hearing, I know is not what's happening, but I'm going to go for it.
Okay.
It's like a stickball, maybe like a stickball match, and somebody sliding into first, and he's saying safe.
Wow. Your pineal gland.
Oh, I'll get you in a few seconds.
Your pineal gland is on overdrive.
Really?
Yeah.
Here we go, folks. My wheelhouse. Oh, yes. Oh, my wheelhouse.
Oh, man. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Let me just get this back to the beginning here. All right. So I'm going to put this up on screen. Here we go. All right. You ready?
Go for it. I nailed it.
Yeah, you did. So what's going on in this clip? Listen to this guy's reaction.
Ooh. I've done that.
I
have. Not in shorts.
Let me zoom in for those that are watching.
Ooh. Tipo loco. It's exactly what I said. A guy is playing stickball in the middle of the street. He slides into base, but the only thing is he's wearing shorts and he's sliding on asphalt.
Look at his leg.
Dude, it's not that serious. All right, one more for me.
All right, what do you got?
Are you ready?
So you got a. So I was right. It is your wheelhouse, isn't it?
It was.
You
That's
got it.
my
You
part.
nailed it.
All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Now I'm gonna make it easy for you. You know I do things in themes.
Okay. What is this guy got rubber band to his face?
Mayonnaise for fried mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, 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 mayonnaise. You say love. You say love. Mayonnaise, mayonnaise, mayonnaise for fried mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, 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 mayonnaise. You say love. You say love.
Okay. So I'm imagining this guy dumped a whole bucket of mayonnaise on his head and he's going, mayonnaise. That's my final answer.
All right, your pineal gland.
Oh, here we go.
Wow. Your pineal gland is on point.
Oh,
or
man.
you saw it through my glasses.
No, I did not.
Or you seen the video before.
No, I have not seen the
Then
video.
you freaking nailed
Your
it.
clue was what got me to think of it.
In themes.
In themes.
All right, so go to Skeletor.
Oh my God. Skeletor. Here we go. Oh man. Here we go. Come on. Oh. I didn't realize how bad it was. Oh my God. I was picturing maybe a Mrs. Doubtfire, but this is. Now, question. How much? What's your number? What's your threshold? You have to post this. How much? Where does the bidding start?
Whoa.
Where does the bidding start?
For me to do that?
For you to do, you have to post this on your feed. Where does the bidding start?
At $2,000. Can you imagine me?
At $2,000.
You give me $2,000?
Oh my God.
Mayonnaise.
What is this? Part of the Epstein documents? You find out this is Eric Swalwell.
The starting bid, folks, if you want to bid, starting bid starts at $2,000.
You know what? I bet you it would be so funny, but what if this is a politician?
Like that.
Man.
What was it? Black Mirror, where they had the dude do the pig.
Do the pig. But could you imagine, like, because you know that in order for you to get, into higher echelons of power, they make you do this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, listen, you want the Nobel Peace Prize, you're going to have to.
Mayonnaise. What struck me.
So that's all it takes is $2,000.
Starting bid. This is what gets me. Look, the hot dog.
Oh my God.
No, you know what gets me?
And then he goes to Trader Joe's and works at.
No, what gets me are these hypothetical scenarios that I'm doing this in my kitchen.
Uh-huh.
You got the key to the door.
Right.
And you walk in and you see me. My name. The horror.
Oh my God.
The horror.
No, I am seeing this with new eyes. This is now the mascot of the Democratic Party, right? This is why we can't understand them. This is what they do in their free time.
Now, what I'm thinking is,
oh my God,
could this be extraterrestrial that has traversed the universe and has stumbled onto the greatest thing he's ever had? Mayonnaise.
I'm just, all I see is Mr. is Gavin Newsom in? No, he's doing extremely important business. Mayonnaise.
Oh shit! No, imagine this, right?
That's why the Democrats had a hard time booking podcasts and stuff for their campaigns. They were too busy doing this.
In the news today, the principal of PS19 was caught in his bedroom dressing himself in mayonnaise. Go to the footage, please. Mayonnaise.
This is fascinating.
I watched it like 10 times.
Oh man, I honestly believe that this is what these politicians do. These slimy, oily people, they go back. When they finally get a moment of privacy to themselves.
In the news today, Tim Walz, the video of Tim Walz and the gallon of mayonnaise has leaked out.
And then you get a Jeffrey Epstein type character. Come here real quick. You remember this video? How did you get this? I found out that
my strange addiction, mayonnaise.
That the approach. So I was listening to a CIA
the people that do weird things on Instagram.
Their approach, the Jeffrey Epstein blackmail approach.
Mm-hmm.
They revealed that it's not the way we think. That it's not like, I got you caught red-handed, now do something for me. Right? It's not that's not the approach. It's not like, I caught you doing the mayonnaise thing and I go, Anesto, check this video out. And you're like, no, please don't put that out. And then you go, well, if you don't want that put out, then do this, right? That's not how they do it. They approach it a different way. They go, Ernesto, you have a second? Yeah, my team had caught something that I think you really need to be aware of. Have you seen this video? You see mayonnaise. You go, holy shit, how did they get a hand? How did they get that? No worries. I'm on it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
My team is
on it.
They're gonna clean it up.
They're gonna clean it up. We got it for you. All right, don't worry. It's all taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. We caught it before anything happened. Thank God. Whew. Just next time when I need something, just give me a call. All right. And that's how it goes.
Don't worry, I got you.
You know, like Ray Donovan, right? Where he's there to like be like the cleaner,
the fixer upper,
right? So that's what he shows up as. No worries. He goes to the guy. So
and then I'm like, I don't want to know why you did it. It's fine,
right?
I got you. We caught it early.
Right.
Everything is taken care of.
So like the
you
scenario,
can go rest your head on your pillow tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That it's all good in the hood.
Right. So the scenario would be if you're using like real life cases of Jeffrey Epstein, you'd say you invite a guy, we get massages, it goes a little bit far, and then I call you up. Yeah, dude, remember that girl that we got massages with the other day, and we went out and hosed her out and did all that stuff? I found out she's 16. Don't worry about it. I got it.
I got you.
Nobody's gonna know.
Nobody's gonna know.
She's not gonna say anything. I'm taking care of it. Don't worry. Just want you to know so that way you're aware of it. But don't worry. And then from that moment forward,
you're compromised.
Exactly.
You're compromised. You don't even have to say.
Right.
All you got is like, you don't even have to say, oh, listen, remember that favor I did for you? No. All you got to say is, this happened, fix it for me.
Right. Yep.
Not can you fix it?
No, exactly.
May you fix it?
Right.
Fix it.
Right.
And no matter how difficult it is to fix, he ain't asking. I did that for you.
Right.
I don't care if even if
you think you're gonna be president when I got this video. Mayonnaise! If they have video of Gavin Newsom doing this, you think anybody will vote for him?
Absolutely not.
Oh man, and that concludes our AM PM game show.
Man, just give one more shot. One more shot of my name. My name. I call him Skeletor. And what stuns me about this video, he only has 6,000 likes. You went through all that trouble for 6,000 likes.
I mean, the cleanup alone. I mean, how are you gonna? You're gonna dump all that mayonnaise down the drain.
I'll tell you one thing. Once he cleans that up, his skin is gonna be glistening.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a show this was.
Well, I think he got egg on his face.
Yes, I think so too.
Oh man.
All you need is a theme. He-Man.
No, this actually looks like a Scooby-Doo character.
Yeah.
Like, what is he Scooby-Doo villain?
I was trying to place like what I've seen this.
It looks like a Scooby-Doo villain.
And he sounds like a
and
villain.
then they wipe their face. The mayor.
Gavin Newsom.
Oh man, what a laugh. Unbelievable.
Unreal. Let's get to the ultimate home.
What people do for money. Unbelievable.
And people looking from working from home, man.
Hey, I mean,
buy yourself
mayonnaise.
Get yourself a couple buckets.
Turn off the light. Take a deep breath and
I'd like to
relax.
finish with ohms. This is not a cult or a religion. It's just ohms, okay? We're going to relax our breath. This is a meditation pose, lotus pose, whatever you want to call it. Don't be afraid of your own voice. You're in your house, make some sound, no one cares. You're basically massaging the central nervous system, which, trust me, needs massaging.
Well, folks, we made it through number what?
143.
143 shows under the belt. I want to thank my boy Felix and Mr. DePlan. Mr. DePlan is watching. Usual suspects on Instagram. We have a large following coming from Brazil and Portugal. You know, there's a big look at that. Look at all those folks. Obrigado. So, people that are tuning in for the first time, we always have the show on the good foot. This particular show, very interesting. But you know, this particular home, I want to dedicate to a dear uncle of mine who's suffering right now in the hospital, and we're calling for you, Theo. I really am feeling the magnitude that he's in the hospital right now, struggling. You're a tough dude. My prayers go out to you and your family. I know you're gonna pull through this. You're a tough dude. My prayers go out to you and dedicate this ultimate all to you so that you can go back home and finally be home. I know it's tough being in the hospital. That way you can get better, recuperate, and prayers are with you. Now, this part of the show, for the ultimate home, what we do here is we get rid of all toxicity, all the nasty stuff that we acquired through social media, you know, the television, all the things we hear, even in the streets, as you can see, people send you to hell. I mean, you don't even know the person. Maniac,
right?
Crazy, you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? So through this home, we expose all that's affecting our soul, our body, our minds, our consciousness. And we do that through an ohm. We take a deep breath and we ohm, you know, are allowing positive vibrations, positive frequency, positive thoughts, so that we can have a good, prosperous, loving week until the next home. And something that I suggest people practice at the end of each day. You just go home, decompress, do an home, or you can do a hue. I like healing too. Do a hue to get rid of all that negative energy, so allowing positive energy. The way we do this, with every show, start with a prayer. So feel this prayer is for you. I'm pulling for you. Please get better. Be great. People are suffering, dying, and going through things. We pray. Yes, you can do that through this little prayer I found online, which I like, and it dovetails what we really believe in the show, and it goes like this. Holy Father, fill me with your divine light and overflowing positivity. Grant me the strength to radiate love and joy in all that I do. Guide me to attract positive energy and repel any negativity. And your presence uplift my spirit and bring hope to those around me. I'll take a deep breath. Toxicity, all that negative energy, positive energy, so that we can love our families, go home with a clear mind, prosper, and have a positive week. Folks, this has been the Paramid Podcast. I am Anesto Morado.
And I am Pablo Morado.
Always remember that if the universe is infinite, then so are the possibilities. And the paranormal is all around us. You just have to look closely. Again, Rising Sun 2.0. You nailed it. I love it. Peace.
Antes de que salga el sol y hunda el acelerador, que vaya sin frenos y pierda el control, nada más seremos dos, tú y yo acariciándonos en medio del tiempo.
The reason for this is the reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got.
Hace tiempo que no agarro a nadie de la mano. Hace tiempo que no envío buenos te amo. Pero tú me tienes enredado, me envolví. Iba por mi camino y me perdí.
Spreading hateful rhetoric against a class of people.
Chocamos en el trayecto. Con tu alma es la que yo conecto. Tranquila, no tiene que ser perfecto. Aquí no existe el pecado. Y equivocarse es bonito. Los errores son de seres. Igual que todos tus besitos. Y solo mírame con esos ojitos lindos. Que con eso yo soy bien. Hoy he vuelto a nacer. Y solo mírame con esos ojitos lindos. Que con eso yo soy bien. Hoy he vuelto a nacer.
Look into it. What do you do? You just have to look into this. If you look into it and you have proof that it is round, instead of going, oh, some scientist figured it out, somebody figured it out, but
yo no me dejo llevar de nadie. Yo solo me dejo llevar de tu sonrisa y de luna cerquita de tu boca. Si yo estoy loco, tú estás loquita. Pero baby, como tú no hay otra. No, quiero regalarte giras, soles, ir para la playa y buscarte caracoles. Como estoy contigo, yo no miro el Rolex.
I'm gonna give you the whole load today.
Nadie me pone como tú me pones.
That's true.
because it's true. But it's also true
cuando estoy encima de ti, mami, yo me olvido todo.
Damn, Jimmy, that's some serious gourmet shit.
Con la frente en tu vida, antes de que salga el sol y hundar acelerador, que vaya sin frenos y pierda otro, nada más seremos dos, tú y yo acariciándonos en medio del tiempo, sin decir adiós. Y solo mírame con esos ojitos lindos, que con eso yo estoy bien. Hoy he vuelto a nacer. Y solo mírame con esos ojitos.